taking a lot of field goals instead of touchdowns. And then it leaves you where one or two mistakes like what we saw end up getting your blank beat. And that's what happened tonight.
Yeah, you're right about that. Let's take another call. Stay here in Milwaukee. Let's go to Jeff in Milwaukee. Jeff, thanks for holding. You're on Green Bay Game Night with Strouf and Tausch. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, thanks very much for taking my call. The way you keep the other team in the game when you completely outplay them, and I've been critical of Matt LaFleur, and I have to tell you, I think he called a great game. I agree with you. The fourth down call wasn't my favorite, but my point was, I think he had guys open, moved the ball. I think our defensive coordinator halfway called a great game. This is on the players. And the bottom line is the way you keep a team like that in the game is with turnovers. The Bears won the way they won all year. Turnovers. Jacobs turned the ball over on the 3-yard line. The turnover on the onside kick, and the turnover on downs. That's how you keep a team like that in the game, and that's what happened. And it's really unfortunate. And this feeling that Tausch had, we were right on the precipice of really being in the driver's seat. It's almost like all year the Packers have a hard time putting another team away. They just do. And I don't know why, but they do. Against Denver last week, they were up by two scores. They had the ball, and they let them back in the game, and the game turned around. So anyways, that's unfortunate. It's really stinks, and I do agree with Tausch. If Jordan isn't available on Saturday, I very much think they can win with Malik Willis. It's going to be a tough game. I mean, one thing I'll say for the coaching, I think they had the team ready to play today. They really did.
Oh, no doubt.
The players blew it. They just did. The coaching was really good, and the players blew it, and I'm sure they know it. So that's where we're at, and thanks so much for taking my call.
Jeff, I agree with every word you just said. Zero response from me. Yeah. I think you nailed it. I thought the floor was really good. I thought Hafley was fantastic. And Tausch, you and Jason talked about it throughout the week, and we talked about it in the afternoon throughout the week. There's a guy really guys that I have faith in to respond to what was pretty much a preseason team at the end of this game, man. Everybody's all beat up. But if there's guys that I have faith in, it's Matt LaFleur and Jeff Hafley. And they came prepared today. They had the right game plan. And I thought it was the players more than anything that lost that game. That fumble in overtime obviously is brutal, but it's before that. It's the Biff an onside kick by Romeo Doubs.
Well. And don't forget too, that it was a third and 20 when Princeton had a face mask.
Yeah,
right.
Good point. Forgot about that one.
So there's always mistakes that come back to bite you, and that's where I thought what Jeff was saying about not putting teams away. If you get a touchdown instead of a field goal to go up 14 instead of 10, does that give you win that game even with the onside kick? You don't know, right? Who knows how that plays? But I tell you this, I feel pretty good, even though crazy things can happen. If you're sitting there 4th and 20, up 10 with 3.5 or 4 minutes left, I feel like we're going to probably win that game.
Yep.
Because that's another layer to the anatomy of the game that you end up kind of giving away. It's never just one thing. There's a series of unfortunate. I can't remember. You're too young, Strouf. This is where I'm missing Homer. The old series of unfortunate events. Somebody Google it. I can't. Jim Carrey was in it. And there's always something that sets the domino effect for this. Something like this to happen. And there was a series of things tonight that were unfortunate that allowed the Bears to hang around long enough that a muffed onside kick can give you that opportunity. And then from there, they took full advantage, which is what good teams do.
Yeah.
Lemony Snicket. That's the name. Lemony Snicket. Have you heard of that?
I haven't. I'm also just not a movie guy. I don't watch a lot of movies.
I didn't think you would. It's a book. I thought you were a book guy.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's a compliment.
Are you not a book guy?
You think I'm a book guy? I'm going to let you say I'm a book guy.
I don't know. If you're not a book guy, you're not a movie guy. What are you?
I watch sports, Tausch.
I'm a sports guy.
Not an athlete, but I watch sports. We know that for that for certain. I like the Christmas sweater you've got on. That's from our friends at Tito's, and I think you and I both need a Tito's after that game.
Boy, you ain't kidding about that. Tito's Handmade Vodka, America's favorite vodka for a reason. Distilled 6 times till it's just right. Tito's is known for great vodka, giving back, and doing good for dogs, crafted to be savored responsibly.
We're going to go to a break. We're going to take more calls on the other side. But I have to do this. And it pains me to do this because about 3.5 quarters in that game, I was thinking to myself, wow, Caleb Williams really isn't that good in this game. And then, oh boy, was he good. He was really good down the stretch. And that throw to DJ Moore was big time. That game-winning touchdown. I can't believe I'm complimenting Caleb Williams. I was impressed with him the last 5 minutes of regulation and overtime.
What was his completion percentage tonight? I didn't look. I'll say this. He is a gamer. He's made big plays. I think the Bears should be happy that they have him. I think you can be. He is with good coaching. I think he is going to get better and better. And he obviously is number one pick. He's a talented cat. Until he can sit in the pocket and make consistently make big time throws. There's going to be. He's still not. I don't think where you'd want to be if he's your quarterback.
Yeah, 55% tonight. He throws the ball.
He's constantly under 50. He's in the mid-50s all the time. I'll say this. Hey, kudos to him. They won the game tonight. You ain't beat many teams doing that. That's another thing. You need to recover onside kicks and get fumbles inside the 3, and get lucky on a fourth and short. You're going to need to do that, but he did make the big play, and you got to tip the cap for that.
Packers need a couple wins, but I think we're going to see these two teams back at it in a couple of weeks on Wild Card Weekend. It's really looking like that.
If we're the 7, sign us up to go to Chicago and play them as a 2 all day, every day.
I agree with you on that. All right, more calls. We'll get the flush, and we'll get to our dog of the game. That is all still ahead with the Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher, Alex Griffin for Homer tonight. Screen Game Night, ESPN Wisconsin, 620 WTMJ.
We're back with Green Bay Game Night after this on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Are you looking for reliable transportation this holiday season? I got you covered. Hey, it's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. With holiday parties, family gatherings, and year-end events on the horizon,
Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's.
Whether it's a corporate function or a festive celebration,
and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience.
As a veteran-owned business, they pride themselves on top-notch service that you can count on.
Spirit of whatever you want to drink.
Distilled
and bottled by Fifth Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Is back pain slowing you down? The OAW Spine Center offers specialized care with advanced treatments for herniated discs, spinal fusion, and more. They're board certified.
Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's.
Starting with
it tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by Fifth Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Football's back, and if you're headed up toward Green Bay, the perfect stop is Higher Love Cannabis Company, just seconds over the border in Menominee, Michigan. Less than an hour from Green Bay. An easy stop before or after the game or anytime you're passing through town. And with so many low-quality, unregulated CBD products floating around Wisconsin, trust matters. Higher Love, award-winning, organically grown, locally owned, and the real deal. Higher Love Cannabis Company, best in the Midwest. Visit findhigherlove.com/CBD.
Visit gflesh.com to learn more. Recently, a seller that unfortunately ended up choosing another agent called me. She said she made a mistake, and what she was expressing to me sounded like she kind of was bullied into signing with them.
You know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luck seating, grapefruit, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall.
Because if you're not feeling that from your agent, that's a problem.
More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
1.9% on the listing side of your sale with our commission capped at $19,000. Century 21 Benefit Realty leads with a very fair and transparent commission structure with maximum marketing that can get your home sold fast and for the best price. And saving money matters, but working with someone who will tell you exactly what you need to know up front, that creates trust, and that matters too. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Technology partner. I extend my appreciation and gratitude for your ongoing loyalty. Looking forward, I feel that as individuals and as a community, if we display the power of positive action and authentically strive to find common ground, then our local communities will be stronger and our family connections will be secure and enduring. To everyone, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and God bless America.
Find what you love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More, the official celebration partner of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Keep our eyes on the road. See something out there that I should know about?
Christmas is just around the corner, and if you still have gifts to buy, it's time to get to Macy's Great Gift Sale today. Come in and shop amazing deals on the perfect last-minute gifts, and don't miss the great gift card giveaway in stores only. Enter for a chance to win a Macy's gift card worth $50, $100, even up to $250. Hurry in! It's all happening at Macy's Great Gift Sale today only. No purchase necessary. See store for details. Official rules at Macy's.com/great-gift-card-giveaway.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. You're listening to Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ. Flush it.
We failed multiple times. Bad ideas. I didn't know were bad till I realized they didn't work.
Or flesh it.
Yeah, that's one idea. Or we can work at it.
Brought to you by Gordon Flesh Company. Business technology managed. Taking the worry out of your office equipment and IT needs.
Flush time on Green Bay Game Night after the Packers fall the Bears 22-16. We will get to Flusher. First, tell us about our great friends at the Gordon Flesh Company.
Well, it takes a team to beat just about any goal. That's as true on the football field as it is in the office. The Gordon Flesh Company has been providing cutting-edge technology for companies of all sizes for over 65 years. Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
All right, I've got two quick ones for you. First one is something we've talked about a little bit. The flush it or flash it. Malik Willis can beat the Ravens next week if he has to start.
Yeah, let's flush that out. I think when you look at this, you always want your starting quarterback. I want to make sure I'm crystal clear as I was earlier. And Jordan Love has been really good. And I thought tonight, before he got drilled a couple of times, I thought that was a. It's hard to play defense. I'm not going to throw the D word around. It was a violent head-to-head. They're getting rid of those plays, and it's good. But with what Malik Willis has proven over the 2 years he's been in Green Bay, it's been really impressive. He's handled everything that Matt LaFleur has put on his plate. Whether it's the game against Tennessee when he was here for 20 days, and they just basically ran RPOs all day and had 200-some-odd yards rushing to tonight. Hey! I don't know how many reps he got throughout the week, but it's freezing out. By the way, we're trying to win a division. Malik, get out there and go win us this game. And he put us in position to do it. Then he gets drilled at the end of the game, and Tom Brady didn't even know if he could throw. And he's making big-time throws in overtime. So You can't ask anything more of Malik Willis than what he's done. And I have all the confidence in the world, like I did even before tonight, that if the Packers have to call on him to win a game, do I want him to try to win 17?
No.
But if it's a game like next week, not even a quibble, I will be fine. And I think the Packers. I don't know what the Vegas point spread would move, but I know this. The Green Bay Packers in that locker room and that coaching staff believes that they can beat any team that comes into Lambeau Field with Malik Willis quarterbacking.
I agree with you. I think they can win next week. I don't want them playing 17 like you just alluded to. But I was really impressed tonight, Taushi, with the way Matt LaFleur could adjust the game plan on the fly like that. Because that's something he struggled with earlier in the year was making adjustments and trying to play into the game. Willis came in, they adjusted the game plan, and even with a limited Josh Jacobs, I thought what he drew up for Malik Willis once he entered was awesome. So I agree. I think he can win. He went 2-0 with him last year, or I guess 2-1 technically because he played a lot of the Bears game in the final weeks of the season. I agree. I'm ready to look ahead now. I got a little bit of my
glad it's taken you about an hour to figure that out, but it's a testament to Malik and to everybody getting him ready and the way he's prepared. Kudos to him because in sports, man, it's hard. When you get demoted or if you're labeled a bust, it's real easy just to kind of give into it. It's the real ones that fight, compete, get back up, and Malik has obviously done that at a really high level.
Flush it, the Packers can still win the NFC North.
Oh, man.
2 games left.
And they can. They need everything, right? They need 2 wins and 2 losses by the Bears. Right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't either.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Oh man. But do I? I don't know if I'm ready to call it dead. Can Chicago beat San Francisco and Detroit, both teams that need wins the next 2 weeks?
They can. Not saying they will. They definitely can.
And I think the Packers will win out at this point. I also said that this week, so maybe I'm just completely misreading the room. But
I think the Minnesota game up there might be trickier than what I initially thought.
They would love to play spoiler, wouldn't they?
They would. And we're beat up. We are a beat up football team. So need to see how many guys we can get back. I think Evan Williams, obviously his defense played today. But there's a lot of guys that I think we need to get back. I think the Bears are going to win one of these 2, and that'll be enough for them to win the division. That's just what I think. And I hope I'm wrong.
I hope you're wrong too, but I think you're probably going to end up being right. Every time we've looked at the Bears and gone, I don't know if I buy them yet. I don't know if I buy them yet. They find a way to do it.
By the way, I don't mind if we end up being a 2-7 matchup and having to play the Bears. I am more than content with that.
What's the old adage? It's really hard to beat a team 3 times.
Well, nobody will have to beat it.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's a blessing. It's a spin zone. Maybe it's a blessing. The guys they lost tonight.
Rubber match action.
Indeed. All right, let's go to Levi Stevens' point. Levi's been holding for about 45 minutes to talk to you, Tash. Levi, what's going on, man?
Hey guys, it's great to have Strofe on the post-game show tonight, Tausch.
Strophy's the best.
That's why he went to WSP for a reason. Just want to give him a shout out.
That's why. Go Dogs. What do you think of the game, Levi?
Well, I know I wanted the Packers to win the game, but I'm just going to be respectful about this as possible. The Caleb Williams really did his blood up in that last 5 minutes of fourth quarter and that going overtime. You have, as much as I don't want to give him credit, I'm going to give him credit. That was some good throws he had on those especially that fourth down with under 3 seconds in order to get the Bears to how to get. I thought they would have gone 2 but.
We did too.
I'm not going to get about the injuries. I know we're beat up. I'm not going to excuse it. Every man has to step up for the next 2 games, though, because you never know what's going to happen. So I really think that Packers and Bears play in the wild card, but I really don't know who will have the home field. That's just my prediction. But We'll have to see what happens because
that's the beauty of this game. You know what? That's why tonight I really felt like tonight it would have been really nice for Green Bay to wrap this because it wouldn't have been wrapped up, but it would have been wrapped up if you know what I mean. And then all of a sudden you can start resting, and you're still in the mix for the 1 seed. Now any hope for the 1 seed is dead. We're not getting the 1 seed. That's dead. And had we won tonight, we were in a. I don't know if we would have gotten the 1, but we'd have been in a great spot to at least sniff it. And now we're gonna have to get lucky to be a 2 to win the division. And instead we're gonna probably have to go and do a three-game roadie if we're to go and try to chase the championship, which is it's been done, but it's really difficult to do.
Yep. Spot on. I'll just say this about his compliments to Caleb Williams, Tausch. You know something about a Stevens Point, guys. We always take the high road. Always take the high road.
Yeah. That's Stevens Point, guys. It's Portage County, right?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, Portage County. A lot of good folks. Caleb Williams deserves a lot of credit.
He does.
I'm telling you right now.
It pains me to do it, but he does.
Yeah, he does. But I'm telling you right now, you're not going to win at a high level. And he won at a high level tonight, but it took a lot. Okay, and it took not having the other quarterback starting, and that's nothing against Malik. But it took a lot. You're not winning games throwing 55% in this league. You're just not going to win. You're not going to win more than you don't. And the Bears have found a way. I'm not going to poo-poo the Chicago Bears anymore. I did after the game at Lambeau. I thought they showed themselves well. I actually think they played better at Lambeau than they did tonight.
I agree. 100%. I agree. But
they won tonight and they lost there.
I think I'm willing to take that step with you. I don't think I'll poo-poo them either. I think they're legit. I don't know if they're a legit Super Bowl contender. But the NFC is pretty wide open. Rams are good.
It's wide open.
But it's wide open. I mean, and the Bears are right in the mix. Obviously, if they get that 2 seed. Couple of home games.
We definitely are looking for San Fran to win tomorrow, so that they're looking at the 1 seed, so they're extra motivated to beat the Chicago Bears next weekend.
Right about that. He is Mark Tausch, Packers Hall of Famer, Alex Stroh, Green Bay game night. We will take a look at our dog of the game and Tausch's closing statement. That is next on Green Bay game night.
More Green Bay game night coming up on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Put a little wow in your winter at the 31st Annual Lake Geneva Winterfest and America's Snow Sculpting Invitational, January 28th through February 1st. Watch 15 top teams create breathtaking masterpieces in snow right before your very eyes. Enjoy bonfires on the beach, a kids' play area, live entertainment, and a sparkling downtown ice sculpture walk. Plan your Winterfest getaway at visitlakgeneva.com. Lake Geneva, where it's always been the place for winter magic.
The NBA is happening Christmas Day. 5 games, 1 unforgettable lineup.
That's what Christmas is all about.
Buckets for breakfast, breakaways for dessert. It's the holiday tradition with star power from across the globe.
The stars, they are going to be out.
The best gift, you don't even have to unwrap it.
We want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
NBA Christmas Day begins at noon Eastern on ABC and ESPN.
Diamond stud earrings are the Christmas gift that shines brighter than the tree.
If she already has a pair of natural diamond studs from Kessler, bring them in and we'll give you 100% of the price you pay.
When you trade them in on a larger pair of diamond stud earrings.
That's been our policy for more than 30 years.
We have diamond studs from $198 up to $40,000.
And we have 0% financing for 18 months with approved credit.
And 0% is a really low interest rate.
Some people say that 0% is the very best interest rate.
Diamond studs always fit perfectly.
They never go out of style.
And you can wear them with anything.
If you want to trade in our old natural diamond studs from Kessler's on some bigger diamond studs from Kessler's,
go ahead and pick up her new ones today.
And you can bring in the old ones after the holidays. Come to Kessler's. Bigger is better. And blue diamonds are you diamonds.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you and our holiday hours, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
It's ESPN Milwaukee's Brad Norman here with some exciting news from my friends at Bank 5-9. Not only have they been named a top workplace for 16 straight years, but they've just won the prestigious Community Choice Award as the best bank in the Milwaukee area. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Not only do they have great products and services, but they truly live out their mission to make lives better. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check out the best. Visit bank59.com to learn more today. Member FDIC.
We focus
The holidays
exclusively
are
on
the
these
perfect time to think
conditions,
to people
so
who
you
make your
get
business
comprehensive
shine.
care
At
under
Alpha
one
Custom
roof.
Apparel, we help
Advent's
you create
unique
custom
approach can
gifts
help you
and branded
breathe
apparel
and
that show
sleep
true
better.
appreciation.
And many avoid
Whether
a
it's polished
CPAP.
polos for your
Plus,
sales
most
team,
insurance is
cozy quarter
accepted
zips
for
for
our
employees,
effective
or thoughtful
20-minute
giveaways
in-office
for your best
treatments.
clients. To make
Hey,
it easy
the
with
only
fast
animal you
turnaround,
want in
creative
your bed
options, and
is your
Midwest service
dog.
you can count on.
Advent.
This season,
Sleep
get
better.
gifts that build
Sleep
pride
together.
and strengthen
Learn how you
relationships
can improve
long
your
after the
life
holidays
at
are over. Visit
adventmills.com.
AlphaCustomApparel.com and start your holiday gifting today.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
He has gained such new independence. His falls have decreased.
That's
He's eating
$30 per
healthy
hour for up
meals
to
and
4
going on
hours.
great new adventures.
Okay, but if
Knowing
you
Dad
go
is
for a
in a
late
great
checkout, then that
place
probably
really
means
gives me
no
the
one is
peace of
staying in
mind
that
I
room.
needed.
So if it's
And now
empty,
we're
well,
both
maybe I can
enjoying
just
life
stay a few
again.
extra hours.
Gives the care that has
Aren't you
your parent
adorable?
enjoying life
Life
again.
costs
At
a lot,
Capri
so bundle and you could
Get
save with
started today
Progressive.
at
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other
CapriCommunities.com.
insurers not available in all states.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now. Through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America and partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Rights reserved.
You're listening to Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. It's time for the Sit Dog of the Game.
You see these dogs in your front yard?
He's a dog. Presented by Sit Dog Training in Waukesha and Milwaukee. Visit sitmeansit.com.
You gotta be the dog. And I'm like, wait, we got dogs.
The dog of the game is brought to you by Sit Me and Sit. If your dogs don't always listen to you, or you ask yourself, why don't they listen to what I say? Look no further than Sit Me and Sit. You can have a happy, confident, and obedient dog. Contact Sit Me and Sit Dog Trainer today in both Milwaukee and or Waukesha to schedule a free consultation. Go to sitmeansit.com. Check out their Milwaukee and Waukesha pages. Woof, Tash, what do you got?
It's easy for me tonight. I just wanted to pull up the stat line, but you don't get a lot of reps as a backup quarterback. You don't know when you're going to get called upon, and when you do, you're going to be asked to lead the football team. Malik Willis has done it. 9 of 11, a buck 21, a tutter, and an 81.4 QPR. And most importantly, put your team in a position to win a game that would have basically locked up the division. And you did that against your arch rivals on a primetime game in a really tough environment in the cold. Malik Willis is by far my dog of the game.
Woof. Yeah, that was the direction I was going to go. I don't want to do this. But I think I kind of have to, given how the points got on the board, Tausche. Does McManus get dog? Does he get dog territory?
You can. It would be like a small little poodle. Yeah, you can go dog with a kicker. If he has a game-winning kick, I would say yeah. But I get that. I think there's other guys that you could put up. I actually thought both coaches.
I was going to go halfly, but then things kind of fell apart. But it wasn't his fault.
I get it, man. You end up giving up how many points in the
19 points in fourth and overtime. Yeah, that's correct. 19 of the 22 they allowed came in the fourth quarter and overtime. I would imagine most of those came in the last couple minutes. They had a field goal early, touchdown.
One of the things I want to remind, because there was discussion this last week about whether this defense was better with or without Micah, and you could find stats that would say they were better in some things, creating turnovers, etc. But tonight, what happened? This is part of my closing statement. Tonight, we were what we were last year without Micah, and that is with playoff teams, we couldn't find ways to close up shop.
Mm-hmm.
You know who's the closer? You know who the Green Bay Packers have gotten a song to come in and close up shop. And by the way, closed up shop in 2 games this year minimum. Games like tonight in the fourth quarter are where Micah Parsons pays the bills. That's why you pay him 47. It's not for a second quarter sack or a nice rundown on a third quarter where you get Jared Goff. You pay him to come in because even if something happens on a third and 10 or a third and 20 or an onside kick happens. I give Matt LaFleur a ton of credit. Onside kick gets recovered and he yells to the defense, let's go close this thing out.
LFG.
They didn't. Yeah. But they didn't. But I'll say we saw the first remnants of not having number one out on the field, and that was after that onside
and
kick.
really
the drive before that.
I'm hesitant to say this, but I think I got to say it before I let you go.
All right.
I'm over Rashawn Gary. I'm over him.
Okay.
I'm over him. I hear the comments this week.
He
says he's having a great season. It looks like he gives up on plays half the time. He's running at half speed.
When he's the closest guy
to Caleb Williams, who's rushing.
Didn't show up in the box score tonight.
Had no tackles.
It's the guy you need
to elevate his game. He's the 12th highest paid edge rusher in the National Football League, and he hasn't had a sack or a tackle for loss in now 8 weeks.
That's a bad
indication of a guy that they have paid a lot of money to.
Well, I'll say you saw the beginning of the season. He was playing really good, and everybody was kind of saying, "Well, it's because Micah's getting one-on-ones." We needed someone. And again, this defense was great for 55 minutes. And you needed someone to elevate and make a play in those last. It didn't matter when you needed somebody. Xavier McKinney intercepted the football. There were opportunities that popped up that could have eliminated it, and they didn't do it. And that gives when you keep giving playoff teams life, they will eventually take yours. That's kind of how it played out.
Tausch hasn't had a sack since before Halloween.
It's Christmas.
Yeah, it's not great.
No, it's not. And neither is a loss.
22-16 to the Chicago Bears. Tausch, this was actually very nice and therapeutic for me. I appreciate you.
All right, you keep coming around. You'll get callers will help. The callers will help. They will.
We're about to find out because I'm about to take a few. We're about to find out. They may frustrate me. Mark Tauscher, Packers Hall of Famer, here on weekdays 9 to noon on Wilde and Tausch. Thanks, Tauschi.
You bet. See you guys.
Your calls, your thoughts on the Packers' loss to the Chicago Bears. Coming up next as we continue. It's Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Night will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Put a little
experience hot gaming action and a relaxing spa day in a perfect winter getaway at the island. Book a stay-and-float package to get both a standard room and a rejuvenating 60-minute float pod therapy session for less than $100. Complement your stay with an elevated dining experience at Horizon Steakhouse, followed by an evening of comedy in Club 41. The Island Resort and Casino stay-and-float package runs through February. Call 800-682-6480 to book yours today. Certain days and restrictions apply.
When you're injured, you want quick, specialized care, not a long ER wait. The orthopedic care specialists at Ortho ASAP treat fractures, sprains, strains, sports injuries, and more right away. With on-site x-rays and expert care, Ortho ASAP gets you back on track faster. Open 7 days a week with locations in Brookfield and Pewaukee, it's more affordable than the ER. Walk in, get treated, and get back to life. Ortho ASAP. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left.
One chance after
Passionberry almond fruit?
One decision.
Who comes up with these?
One shot.
Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by Fifth Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sick Means Sick Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog and feel like she's not listening to you? Are you constantly repeating yourself that she's not following your directions?
Find a formidable selection of Oriental,
Frustrating,
Persian,
isn't it?
and
At
other
Sick Means Sick Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog. And we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sick Means Sick today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sick Means Sick Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Homer here for Window Nation's end of the year sale. It's cold here in Milwaukee, and if you've been thinking about new windows, it's good you waited because during Window Nation's end of the year sale, get 50% off, plus you could get 0% interest for 5 years on windows that stop the cold wintry drafts, seal out moisture, and so energy efficient, you'll save money on your utility bills. Installed in 1 day, lifetime warranty, and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Sale ends soon. Don't miss out on big savings. WindowNation.com to get started.
If affordable home decor
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
Because we're happy to show you just
Go
how
inside
easily
the team's
glass
pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker, and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
It doesn't get any headlines. Just to be silently good. Big Fish Contracting, we say renovating homes, redeeming an industry.
It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
We're not only educating homeowners, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us. And then there's just such beauty in it, you know. If anyone is considering reaching out to us,
check us out on our website, bigfishcontracting.com.
See something out there that I should know about?
Hi, Debbie. Stress, loneliness, even pressure to drink or use. If you're feeling anxious, depressed, or just finding it harder to cope, you don't have to wait for things to get worse. Hazelden Betty Ford offers treatment and counseling that fits your life and your needs. Call 1-855-489-2383 or visit hazeldenbettyford.org. Change starts when you do, and you're closer to feeling better than you think. Sponsored by Hazelden Betty Ford Foundation.
9329.
You're listening to Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
It's Green Bay Game Night, and it continues now on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. We are brought to you in part by our friends at the Potawatomi Sportsbook. The Potawatomi Sportsbook in Milwaukee has dozens of self-service kiosks and over 2,000 square foot video walls. The best. Seating for over 200. The full restaurant and bar. The food, the kitchen at the Potawatomi Sportsbook is phenomenal. If you haven't been, I highly recommend VIP deck and more. It's a sports betting paradise. Bet above the rest. At the Potawatomi. Sportsbook. I'm Alex Strofe in for Homer tonight. It's Green Bay Game Night after the Packers lose to the Chicago Bears 22-16 in overtime. Look. I often say the phrase, two things can be true. So many things can be true. You could be mad at Romeo Dobbs. You could be mad at Keyshawn Nixon. You could be mad at going 0 for 5 in the red zone. You could be mad at all. There's enough flame to go around in a meltdown loss that it was for the Packers. That was embarrassing. People disagreed with me when I said this an hour ago, and even though I just went through my therapy session, my unofficial therapy session with Mark Tauscher, I still thought the better team lost. And I thought Caleb Williams was really good in the last 5 minutes of regulation and overtime. I thought he looked like the number one overall pick. He didn't look like the first 3.5 quarters. But I thought when it mattered most, he came through. For the Chicago Bears. Let's get to your thoughts on the Carbless Talking text line. We do a few lines open if you want to get in. Actually, just 2 lines open if you want to get in. 800-990-3776. 800-990. ESPN is your way in on the Carbless Talking text line. Jason and Tosi, you've been holding for over an hour. Let's go to you, Jason. Thanks for waiting, pal. What do you got for me?
Hey, Alex. I think I might be viewing the situation about 180 degrees different than you and Tausch. I Because today I read that the Los Angeles Rams were 11-4, a franchise that has played in two Super Bowls over the last few years and won one. They fired the special teams coordinator.
They did.
Subpar special teams play. Well, if I'm not mistaken, earlier in 2025, the franchise that we follow, the Green Bay Packers, somehow promoted Bisaccia after year of special teams screw ups. Tonight I watched the special teams unit screw up yet again in the clutch. They watched the Cleveland game. Special teams. They tied the Dallas game due to special teams screw up. I keep hearing you saying the better team didn't win tonight. Well, special teams are part of the game, and responsibility for the bad special teams in Green Bay, which has been going on for over a decade now. It no longer falls on coordinators like Richie Bisaccia or Maurice Drayton, Sean Manning, or the other incompetent as coordinator. It falls on the seventh-year head coach and the eighth-year GM. Who have made terrible special teams, not a feature, but an undefeature of the Packers. So you guys can continue to cheerlead, sell us hope. But if the Packers are a serious franchise, like the Los Angeles Rams, when it comes to holding people accountable, Rich Bisaccia would not have gotten a promotion. He would be like Chase Blackburn, the coach in Atlanta or in Los Angeles. He'd be looking at getting a firing. We're going on 16 years. I'm not giving those Super Bowl, Alex. Keep selling the hope. This is not a serious franchise about getting there. That's my view on it.
Jason, that's a really good call. That's a really good call. That's a really good call by Jason and Tosa. He ripped me. He's allowed to do that. And he's allowed to do that. I just said I don't believe the blame falls on Rich Bisaccia for Romeo Doubs not catching a football, which he's paid millions of dollars to do that, hit him in the breadbasket. That's all. Do I think Rich Bisaccia should be the special teams coordinator of the Green Bay Packers on what's today's date? It's almost the 21st of December, 2025. Do I believe Rich Bisaccia should be the special teams coordinator? No. But do I believe he deserves criticism for Romeo Doubs dropping a ball that was in his chest tonight? No, I don't think that's Rich Bisaccia's fault. Romeo Doubs didn't do his job. But do I believe Rich Bisaccia should be the special teams coordinator? No. Matt LaFleur and Brian Gutekunst, to Jason's point, should have done what Sean McVay and Les Snead did today. You are the reason we've lost multiple games. You are unemployed now. Goodbye. That should have happened. Last year. With Rich Bisaccia. The way they handled that whole kicking thing, Anders Carlson, Brayden Narveson. Finally, they got Brandon McManus, who was good tonight. But yeah, you're right. Blocked punts, blocked field goals. Now another inexcusable drop by Romeo Doubs on the onside kick that led to the ultimate detriment that was the Packers losing in Chicago today. Jason's right on that. But I do not believe Rich Bisaccia deserves fault for what Romeo Doubs screwed up. That's the point I made earlier. Do I cheerlead? Sure. I am 100% a glass half full, eternal optimist fan. That's just how I fan. I'm not going to tell you how to fan. Sounds pretty upset. That's okay. We'll handle it differently. But to his point, on Rich Bisaccia, he shouldn't be employed. But I don't think it was his fault tonight. That's where I'm at. Let's go to Appleton. Mark in Appleton. You were on Green Bay game night. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, so I'm just curious how one of your colleagues can say Caleb Williams being a quarterback for the Bears is a good thing for you guys, even though he just shoved it in your face and won the game against you guys. I just want to know how you can say he's a bad quarterback and just beat you in your face after being down 2 scores with a 99.5% chance to win and just shoved it down your throat. I'm just curious how you can say he's a bad quarterback. This is mostly for Ben. Don't worry, I'll call in tomorrow to talk to Ben more directly. But he just shoved it down your throat, and you guys are the same old Packers team. Like he said, we're the same old Bears team. You guys are the same loser franchise you've always been. Enjoy.
Oh well. 12-2 Matt LaFleur's record now against Bears. Mark. And both of those losses, Malik Willis played in. And I'm not using that as an excuse. The Packers should have won tonight. Caleb Williams was excellent down the stretch. No argument for me. He was. Look, and I didn't agree with them. I was not impressed with Caleb Williams up until the end of the fourth quarter. The way he's throwing the ball away. He's elusive. But he can't really throw in the pocket. And like the one time he did, he got an intentional grounding penalty on third down. I didn't think he was great until the end of the game, but that's where he's been good for the Bears this year. What was that? Their sixth fourth quarter come from behind win this year? That's a stat you can't argue with. So I like Mark Spire, obviously a Bears fan, and I hope he calls to Ben on Monday. When Ben Brust and Kyle Wallace and Brad Nortman are back with you at 2 o'clock on ESPN Wisconsin on Monday. I hope he calls. That's a fiery Bears fan. And I'm fine talking to Bears fans. Just keep it clean. You don't have to be respectful. I'll listen to you. You won today. You won the game today. Congratulations. You won the game today. But I don't know. But I don't know if I'd go with he shoved it down. He made some big time plays down the stretch. I'll give you that. No argument for me. Honolulu. Let's go there. It's still early there, isn't it? It's almost midnight here in Milwaukee. It's like kind of early. in Honolulu. Mike, Honolulu. You're on Green Bay. Go ahead.
Yeah, bro. What time is it over there?
11:52.
My credit to you. It's not even 8 o'clock over here. But anyway. Speaking of Packers fans, and I've been one since the mid-90s when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I would say it the way that we say to each other in the island when it's time to take the temperature down is brother. Chillax. Take it easy, bro. Chillax. First off, all my love and respect to Malik Willis. For my money, he is the best backup quarterback in the entire league. I will always remember his contribution, his place in Packers history. I wish him the best wherever he gets his shot as a starter.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Mm-hmm. As far as what happened tonight, let me remind you. No Zach Tom. Yep. Jordan Morgan's playing out of position again. Now he's at tackle. That's good.
Can I cut you off Mike, real quick? I just want to cut you off on that note because we have to stop making excuses for a first-round pick. Ryan Bulaga, who was on the pregame show with me today, was a true left tackle. He never played right tackle. And when Tausch got hurt in 2010, the Super Bowl season, Bulaga was thrown into right tackle. If you want to play, you're playing here. And he was a decade-long right tackle who was really good for the Packers. They've given Jordan Morgan ample opportunity, every position except left tackle, and he just hasn't been able to make it work. So I hear you. It was not the right tackle you expect because they have a franchise right tackle in Zach Tom. But the excuses for Jordan Morgan, I'm not going to chillax on that, but I will chillax and listen to the remainder of your points. Go ahead.
All right, sorry. Jordan Morgan is not Brian Bulaga. And Brian Bulaga is not Jordan Morgan. Anyway,
fair.
That's the first of my point. No Micah. We've been there. No love. Love went out in the first half. I mean, we can't forget about that. No Jacobs. Functionally, right? Jacob was pretty much out the rest of the way. We saw Malik under center for most of the time. That kind of sort of between injury and Jacobs out of the equation. We should have been cooked when Love went down. We should have been. We had an opportunity to still win against these guys, and we were almost there against. Dude, the heaters weren't even working on the sidelines. That's how dirty it was. They take out our guy in a headshot. They don't even bother to turn on the heaters on the sideline. Against the worst of circumstances, against a rabid crowd, we had a chance to pull one out where we had no business. Here's the difference. At the end of the game, the Bears still had a playmaker. Say what you want about Caleb. Caleb made some Aaron Rodgers style plays. Hurts to hear it. For me to say it, but it's true. And we didn't. I love Malik. But it's not. There's no comparison there between the kind of plays that Caleb made at the very end, and that's the difference on a game that's played on the very margins. Base facts. Caleb is erratic, but he was drafted number one for a reason. He's going to be around for a while. This is our problem now. Tough. It is what it is.
We got to do what, Mike? Chillax.
Are we chillaxing or we want to keep going?
Oh, if you want to keep going, fire away.
Let's keep going. Don't give me this Brandon Bostick, this Romeo Dobbs, this special team stuff. Like honestly, 2014. Forget it. If Aaron Rodgers was going to play in that game, we wouldn't have to worry about Brandon Bostick. It's the same thing over here. We had everything going for us. In terms of getting the best out of the folks that we had there. Let's see these guys again in the playoffs with Love at the helm. Lambeau Field, Soldier Field, no difference. This is where this is a good group. These guys could have folded their tent. These guys could have packed it in once they saw Love go down. They didn't. They played their hearts out. This is where this group and LaFleur proved their mettle.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. Mike, I love you, man. That was a fun call. I think I'm an optimist. That guy's an optimist. And I'm cool with optimism. I'm cool however you want to fan tonight, because that's why we have the Cardinals Talk. 800-990-3776 is the number to get in. I'm not trying to talk anybody down from comparing it to the 2014 NFC Championship game, which is trending on Twitter right now. The 2014 NFC Championship game. That phrase, 2014 NFC Championship game, number 4 in the world right now. That's. So I'm not going to chill with the Bostick stuff. That's what it was. You botched the game. You should have won on the road in a tough environment on a botched onside kick. That's what happened. Keep the calls coming. I'll take them as long as you want to talk to me. I see some Bears fans on hold. I will get to you. As long as you respect, keep it clean. We are on FCC airwaves. I will talk to Bears fans. Just keep it clean for me. We will get to you. But coming up next, we got to talk to our buddy Gary Ellerson, former Packer, the former Badger. We get Gary Ellerson's perspective on the game. That is next.
We're back with game night after this on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Put a little wow in your winter at the 31st Annual Lake Geneva Winterfest and America's Snow Sculpting Invitational, January 28th through February 1st. Watch 15 top teams create breathtaking masterpieces in snow right before your very eyes. Enjoy bonfires on the beach, a kids' play area, live entertainment, and a sparkling downtown ice sculpture walk. Plan your Winterfest getaway at visitlakegeneva.com. Lake Geneva, where it's always been the place for winter magic.
Whether you're hitting the road for the holidays or heading up north to see family and friends, Higher Love Cannabis Company in Menominee, Michigan, your first stop. Just across the Wisconsin border, Higher Love offers award-winning, organically grown products that you can trust. Plus, new incense apparel and holiday-ready gifts. Fuel your trip. Stock up for the season. Don't forget to grab a photo with Sasquatch while you're here. Your perfect holiday stop is waiting at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
One of the best things about the holidays is going home and spending time with family and friends. One of the worst things is getting there. Holiday travel can be tough, especially driving. If your loved one needs help after an accident this holiday season, we're here for you. Our top-notch team of experienced professionals is available 24/7. Be safe this holiday season. Ruger Law Technology. One call.
Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available.
It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating
same-day surgery with advanced technology.
You know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter.
The holidays are the perfect time to think the people who make your business shine.
Kessler's wants to be generous,
we help you
and
create
we
custom
suspect
gifts
that you want to be
apparel
generous
that show
too.
true appreciation.
Let's team up.
Whether
This
it's
year,
polished
we're going to make
polos
it
for your
possible
sales
for you to
team,
be
cozy
more
quarter
generous
zips for
than ever.
employees,
Number
or thoughtful
one,
giveaways for your
Kessler's has
best
a big
clients.
selection
We make
of
it easy
delightful
with fast
diamond
turnaround,
jewelry, priced at
creative options, and
$150 on
service
up.
you can
Number
count on.
two,
This season,
great
get
gifts
gifts
at
that pride
affordable
and strengthen
prices such as
relationships
sterling
long after
silver
the holidays
earrings
are over.
and
Visit
bracelets that fit every look and every
alphacustomapparel.com and start your holiday
personality.
gifting
Number
today.
3. With your purchase of more
more than $299, you'll get a bonus gift worth at least $90.
You can choose from a Lucky 4-leaf silver pendant
or a 22-inch stainless steel curb chain, ion-plated in yellow gold.
And please, don't get all cleaned up and dressed up. This is Kessler. You're home away from home.
If you're wearing muddy boots and your pajama bottoms, that's totally fine.
We've all done it.
Come to Kessler.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you and our holiday hours, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Wisconsin's the NBA is happening Christmas Day.
Every weekday morning starting at 6 a.m.
5 games, one unforgettable lineup.
That's what Christmas is all about.
Buckets for breakfast, breakaways for dessert. It's the holiday tradition. With star power from across the globe.
And
the stars, they are going to be out.
The best gift, you don't even have to unwrap it.
We want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year!
NBA Christmas Day begins at noon Eastern on ABC and ESPN.
Kevin Moret here from Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
This is Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
It is officially no longer Green Bay Game Night. It is officially Green Bay Game Morning as we have passed the midnight mark. And what do they say? The freaks come out at night. Gary Ellerson's here. Gary Ellison is here on Green Bay Game Morning, and he's going to tell us about our friends at the Jewelry Center. Gary?
Guys, we'll tell your friends at the Jewelry Center where they will satisfy all your jewelry needs. You're looking for that necklace, that ring, that watch, any kind of jewelry that your significant other would like. My good friends over the Jewelry Center have them in abundance. And you get the best possible deal on any piece of jewelry that they have at the Jewelry Center. Just ask for my good friend D. Murray. He's the owner, and tell him that Gary Ellison sent you. And that's the way you're going to be able to get your discount is to mention my name. Greenfield, Brookfield, Burlington, and their new location in Mequon is where you can go see them in person or online at shoptjc.com. ShopTJC.com.
Well, the Packers lose to the Bears in overtime, 22-16, the final. I'm Alex Strofe in for Homer tonight. And Gary, it is not an opening statement, rather an opening soliloquy. Gary, the floor is yours.
Well, I mean, we gave it away, Strofe. I mean, and that's saying a lot when you're down the players that you were down, right? I mean, obviously, you lose Jordan Love, you got to adjust from that. But I thought the defense played really great. I mean, they really did. I mean, losing a guy like Micah Parsons and then Jeff Hafley coming up with the game plan, and I thought they played really well. I mean, were there some breakdowns? Yeah. Keyshawn Nixon had a breakdown in there. But I thought defensively they played well. Offensively, I thought they recovered after Jordan Love went down. Malik Willis came in. I thought he played extremely well. But you gave the game away. I mean, you were good enough to beat that team. And you just – I can't even get mad about it. I'm just so over it. It's just like you just gave it to them. Make a couple plays, and you win the game. Did Josh Jacobs fumble cost you? Because you probably could have put it away at that point. Most certainly the onside kick, just recovered that. It's over. The miscommunication with Keyshawn Nixon on the back end. And I always say this, Strofe, when you're in casino blitz, when you're all-out blitzing, and you're in cat coverage on the back, all you got to do is point, hey, I got that cat, you got that cat, you got that cat. Mm-hmm. And go with them. There should be no confusion. And there was confusion on the touchdown throw that really puts it into overtime. So there's a lot to unpack, but that will be my opening statement. What you got for me?
I'm glad you brought up the Josh Jacobs fumble because I think that's the first time we brought it up tonight just because of the optics of what a onside kick fumble by Romeo Doubs that's recovered by the Bears and obviously the botched snap in overtime on 4th and 1. That leads to turning over on downs. Those were the main blunder highlights, if you will. But the red zone fumble by Josh Jacobs, that was when they were over 4. They ended up going over 5 in the red zone in terms of scoring touchdowns. That's not going to win you a lot of ball games, and ultimately it didn't tonight. But Jacobs, who is a workhorse and deserves so much credit for playing through everything he's playing through, was questionable going into this one. Jason Wilde told us on the pregame show, Gary, Josh Jacobs was on crutches on Monday. 5 days later, he's trying to play for his guys, but that fumble was a turning point. It was 6-3 when he fumbled in the red zone in the third quarter. You had the opportunity to really extend that game, and ultimately they would have won you that game had you put up 6 there. You got to give Jacobs credit, but that one burned the Packers and was, I don't want to say the beginning of the end because they made some good things happen after that. The Romeo Doubs touchdown was after that. But that fumble was big. We haven't talked about that yet.
Well, that was big, and I thought that Matt LaFleur should take the points early in the game, kick the field goal.
So stop right there. Stop. I do want to talk to you about this because I disagree. I liked the call on 4th and 1. I didn't like the play call given where they looked and where they threw the ball, but I like the aggression on the road to go for it in the red zone on 4th and 1. I said this to Tausch earlier. I'm going to say it to you, and I want to get your take on this. I said LaFleur is kind of damned if he does, damned if he doesn't with this, right? If he goes for it and misses, well, he's too aggressive. He's trying to be too aggressive. If he kicks the field goal and doesn't go for it on 4th and 1 in the red zone, oh, he's too conservative. He's scared. He's soft. I feel like that's been the commentary all year. I liked going for it on 4th and 1, even though it didn't work. I understand why you say, retrospect, hindsight being what it is, you kick a field goal there, you win the game. But they don't. They don't convert the 4th and 1, and ultimately they lose the game in overtime. But I think LaFleur is damned if he does, damned if he doesn't there.
Well, no, and from my point of view, and what a lot of you young people don't understand, read the room. You got to read the room. And what do I mean by that? Well, it's going to be a low-scoring game. Points are going to come in at premium. You got to be able to get them when you get them. Read the room. Then read the room. You know it's going to be a close game. Mm-hmm. You know possessions are going to be at a premium. You're probably only going to get 8 because they run the football all the time. So you almost got to score on every possession that you get. I don't disagree with what you're saying, but read the room. And he failed, in my opinion, to read the room on how certain games are going to go. Now, if you were playing, let's say, like Detroit, where you know you're going to get the ball a lot because Detroit scores a lot of points. They're scoring a lot of big plays. Okay, fine. But when you're playing a team that runs the heck out of football, you know you're not going to get the ball that much.
Yeah.
Read the room.
Sure. It's not a bad point by you. It's situationally, right? So I looked at it as a season-long thing. You're saying specifically in this game, you need every point you can get against a team that's going to try to burn the clock.
Right, because we're going to run the ball a lot if we can, and most certainly that's all Chicago does is run the ball a lot.
Yeah, let's look here. I'm just trying to pull it up. How many attempts? 44 rushing attempts, and they were down for a majority of that game. 44 rushing attempts to, I believe it was 34 passes for Caleb Williams tonight. Yeah, 44 to 34. So they ran the ball 10 more times than they threw it despite being down for a majority of the game.
Right.
Yeah.
And Ben Johnson should be fired.
He should be fired?
He should be fired.
What'd he do?
Because why you want to be the smartest guy in the room?
Oh, you're talking about the 4th and 1, the snap over the head. That was comedic. I really enjoyed that.
Come on, bro.
I really enjoyed that.
What are you doing?
Here's the thing, right? Like these young, up-and-coming, offensive-minded coaches. Matt LaFleur has done this in the past. They try to get too cute.
Yeah.
They just try to get too cute and it burns them. And that's what happened early. And thankfully that happened because, to your point, right, the Packers on their opening drive, they go to the red zone, they don't convert a 4th down. Same thing happens to the Bears. They 4th and 1, they try to get too cute. It goes right over his head on a direct snap, and it doesn't work. I don't think he should be fired considering he won the game still. but he did try to be too cute. You're right. By the way, Gary, we talk about time of possession. So the Bears 2 weeks ago at Lambeau Field, 3 weeks ago now, they won the time of possession battle by about 8 minutes. The Packers, this is the first time I've looked at it, which is probably bad by me, considering we've been on the air for an hour and a half. But this is the first time I've looked at time of possession. I figured it was probably pretty even. Not even close. Packers won it by 13 minutes. Packers had the ball 13 more minutes than the Bears.
Dominated. So any Bear fans want to call in, fine. Call in drunk, whatever. I don't care. You got your ass kicked. You really did. We gave it to you.
Yeah.
We just gave it to you on silver platter. And the Romeo Doubs, I mean, that stuff happens. I can't get down with but firing Bisaccia on that. That's a player who just didn't make a play.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, he just didn't make a play. I mean, he's going to stick with him, but I mean, I don't know what else a coach could do. You're in the right spot. You're where you're supposed to be. The stuff I get mad with Bisaccia would be not knowing rules, those type of things. Like last year at Lambeau Field when Chicago on the punt return, and we didn't know the other guy was on the other spot. That makes me mad. That's coaching.
We had a good caller earlier who used me as their punching bag, and like I always tell people on post-game shows, Gary, I'm not going to tell you how to fan. If you need to take it out of me, take it out of me. This is therapy for all of us. He told me I'm way too optimistic because I made the comment, I don't blame Rich Bisaccia for Romeo Doubs' shortcoming tonight. I don't think that falls on Bisaccia. But I think Rich Bisaccia should be the special teams coordinator? No, I don't. He referenced what the Rams did today. First time in Sean McVay's impressive career, he's made an in-season coaching change. He fired the special teams coordinator in L.A. today after their loss on Thursday. And he said...
Who was he?
I'm blanking on the name. I can get it for you in a second.
See, that's what I'm saying. And so read the room. Once again, that's going to be my whole thing with all you young guys. Read the room. Got to read the room. Got to read the room.
But Rich Bisaccia should be the special teams coordinator. His tenure as the special teams coordinator in Green Bay has been an abject failure. You can't argue.
I don't disagree. Don't disagree. Some things you can do, some things you can't do. Some things you can't recover from. If the Green Bay Packers were to fire Rich Bisaccia during the season, not a good look through the NFL because he's got tenure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you can't do it.
I don't care.
I know you don't. I'm just telling you, read the room. He's got tenure. He does. His statue. He's not just
Mike McCarthy. McCarthy had tenure. Mike McCarthy got fired in season. He won a Super Bowl. Rich Bisaccia has never won he's not the reason teams are winning Super Bowls.
Well, the problem with Mike McCarthy had tenure is that they had to choose between Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy,
and they made the right choice.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. I don't disagree.
But I don't want to hear tenure for a guy that's been an abject failure.
I get you. You can't fire him doing mid-season. Not that one.
Why?
Not him.
Why?
Read the room. I just told you. You just can't.
I love you, man. Read the room.
It's unwritten law. Read the room on that, bro. It's unwritten law. You just can't. Some dudes you can.
Yeah.
Some dudes you can. That dude you can't touch. You just can't.
Yes or no, the Packers can win against the Baltimore Ravens if Malik Willis has to start after Jordan Love took a nasty hit and was ruled out with a concussion.
Man, the Packers are so good, they don't even realize how good they are. Look at this game today. They dominated that game with all the players that they have missing. Are you kidding me?
No. Yeah,
they're talented.
They are, talented. But they lost the game.
They give it away.
Yeah.
You got to find ways to win those games at the end. You just do. The miscommunication with Malik Willis in the center, okay, I get it. And that stuff happens only because Sean Ryan, he probably didn't take any snaps at all with Sean Ryan at all this week. So he wants to audible. He wants to change it up. Sean Ryan doesn't get the audible, doesn't get the snap count, he changes, and then there you go.
Gary, I know we got to let you go. I know you got to run, but I'm just fascinated. I'm loving the YouTube comments. People are killing you on your tenure comment. Mr. Jabberwocky on ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube said, tenure, Gary, he's not a college professor.
Yeah, he's got tenure. Yeah, right, and that's why you guys are the fan, and that's why I played. We have differences of opinion.
And I appreciate your opinion.
Some rules are unwritten rules. They got them in baseball all the damn time. Why can't football have them?
Well, that's a different discussion for a different day, frankly. All right, Gary, your final thoughts before we get you out of here.
All right. Hey, let's move forward here. Hopefully Jordan Love can get back. If he can't, going back on what you just said, we can beat the Ravens. Now, here's what you got. The Chicago Bears, maybe you look it up. I think they play 49ers, and then they end with the Lions. It ain't a foregone conclusion they winning out. We have the Ravens, and then in Minnesota. Now, can we get the number 1 seed? I think that's probably gone. But most certainly, it's not over where we can move up a little bit and not be the last seed.
Yeah. All right, there you go. Gary Ellerson, you hear him each and every Friday with the on the Homer Hour. You also hear him each and every week here on Green Bay Game Night. Gary, appreciate you making some time for us, bro. Always good catching up. And while I disagreed with half of your opinions tonight, I always do appreciate your opinions. Good stuff.
All right, bye.
That's how he ends it. All right, bye. All right, bye. Phone calls. Our phone lines are full, man. We'll get to you. We're gonna roll calls for the next until we get to Jason Wilde. We're just gonna roll calls. I'll react with you. Get it off your chest. You need to use me as a punching bag. Feel free. 800-990-3776. Your call's next.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Night will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Put a little wow in your winter at the 31st Annual Lake Geneva Winterfest and America's Snow Sculpting Invitational, January 28th through February 1st. Watch 15 top teams create breathtaking masterpieces in snow right before your very eyes. Enjoy bonfires on the beach, a kids' play area, live entertainment, and a sparkling downtown ice sculpture walk. Plan your Winterfest getaway at visitlakegeneva.com. Lake Geneva, where it's always been the place for winter magic.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Homer here for Window Nation's end of the year sale. It's cold here in Milwaukee, and if you've been thinking about new windows, it's good you waited, because during Window Nation's end of the year sale, get 50% off, plus you could get 0% interest for 5 years on windows that stop the cold wintry drafts, seal out moisture, and so energy efficient, you'll save money on your utility bills. Installed in 1 day. Lifetime warranty and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Sale ends soon. Don't miss out on big savings. WindowNation.com to get started.
Are you looking for reliable transportation this holiday season? I've got you covered. Hey, it's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. With holiday parties, family gatherings, and year-end events on the horizon, I trust Accutrans Group to handle all my private transportation needs. Whether it's a corporate function or a festive celebration, Accutrans gets me there safely and on time. As a veteran-owned business, they pride themselves on top-notch service that you can count on. Booking is easy, stress-free, and reliable. Just visit AccuTransGroup.com to reserve your holiday ride today. That's AccuTransGroup.com.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Kristen Bry, and if you're in the market for a new dentist, you should check out my dentist, Dr. James Michaels at Economwalk Dental Care. Dr. Michaels is committed to providing you with the highest level of care possible. I can assure you that he will prioritize your needs, no matter how sensitive, just like he did with mine. And also, he will be honest with you about what work you need now and what can wait. So whether you need a simple cleaning and exam, a teeth whitening, a more complex dental procedure, Economwalk Dental Care is always there to make you feel as comfortable as possible and give you and your family an amazing smile. And dental care doesn't have to break the bank. Dr. Michael's fantastic staff can set you up with a no-interest payment plan. Listen, we all have to go to the dentist, so don't put it off any longer. Call and make an appointment today with my dentist, Dr. James Michaels at Economwalk Dental Care. You can find him at drmichaelsdentalcare.com or give him a call at 262-567-7224.
Day after day, year after year, the heavy lifting, the repetitive motion, and now your body feels it. Your back, your knees, your quality of life. At Access Legal, we stand up for people worn down by work. Workers' comp is our sole focus, and our team has recovered more than $35 million for Wisconsin workers. From sudden accidents to pain that builds over years of hard work, we're dedicated to fighting for the benefits you're entitled to. If you've been worn down by work, contact Access Legal for a risk-free consultation. Search AXIS Legal today.
Be our eyes on the road. See something out there that I should know about?
Hi, Debbie. I just thought I'd let you know eastbound 94 has what looks like a pretty bad accident.
Call me, Debbie Loziga, on the WTMJ traffic tip line, 414-238-9329.
Hi, Deb. It's Mark. 894 West. It's a parking lot.
The drive affects you. Why not be part of it?
Westbound 94, just west of 27th Street, two-car crash.
Give me a call, 414-238-9329.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Green Bay game night. Packers fall to the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field. A final of 22-16 in overtime. Got to tell you about Window Nation. They have a 90% customer satisfaction. 90. This December, Window Nation puts an end to your window problems. You'll save big, too, with 50% off all window styles. Plus, you could get 0 interest for 5 years. 0% interest for 5 years. That's a heck of a deal. Hurry, this sale ends soon. Schedule your free estimate right now. WindowNation.com. WindowNation.com. Brutal. All right, I said I would take them. I said I would do it. I said I would take some Bears fans as long as I have 2 rules. Right, you don't even need to be respectful. You can say, we had a fan call earlier. We shoved it in. That's fine. Keep it clean. We are on FCC airwaves. Keep it clean, and keep it the ball. Keep it the ball. Keep it clean. Those are my 2 rules. I'll take Bears fans. Let's go. Although Will, who is a Bears fan, running the show for us today, as he always does on Green Bay Game Day and Green Bay Game Night. Will is a Bears fan, so he's a good gauge on this. Will told me this guy is the nicest Bears fan he's ever talked to. Fair?
Yeah, Marco in Chicago. Ironically, I have a friend named Marco who lives in Chicago, so it took me like 5 minutes of talking to him just to make sure it wasn't my friend.
Okay, so it's not Marco. It's not your Marco. It's a different Marco. It's a Marco that's nicer than your Marco.
Yes.
Marco in Chicago. You've been holding for about a half an hour. Appreciate you hanging on. Marco, go ahead.
No worries, man. Listen, before anything, I just want to say long-time listener, first-time caller. Bears fan. Actually, I just want to say, for once, I'm just happy that the rivalry is actually a rivalry. Since I've been born, it's been an ownership from one side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
Unfortunately, Love did, Love did get hurt. But I have to say, man, the kid that came in, that kid should be a starter elsewhere. I mean, without a doubt, the Raiders should be calling the Packers right now, like, hey, what do you want for this kid? Without a doubt.
He's gonna get a shot.
I think
he's gonna get a shot. I'll let you continue, Mark. I just want to point this out. This is his final year under contract, so he's gonna be a free agent after this season.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, you look at the quarterback carousel in the NFL. Not to make it too national as we talk Packers Bears here, but the Dolphins are going to be looking for a new guy. The Cardinals are going to be looking for a new guy. If Aaron Rodgers retires, the Steelers are going to be looking for a new guy. The Jets are looking for a new guy. Who else am I missing? The Raiders, you mentioned, right? The Raiders are looking for a new guy. There's a lot of teams that are looking for quarterbacks. He's certainly going to get at least a shot to start. He's going to be able to compete for a job after this season. So anyway, continue, Marco.
Without a doubt, man. No worries. And like I said, without a doubt, I salute the guy. And like I said, Caleb, one of the things that, you actually have to grow with and, take the bumps, but first 3 quarters definitely just looked, out of pocket, he just looked flustered. But that 4th quarter, and I hate to say this, guys, but he definitely did remind me of old, little younger Rodgers.
Yeah.
Definitely came in clutch. And like I said, that throw at the end was definitely beautiful.
That was clutch.
I'm just for once happy that we got the W, But like I said, the Packers are still there, man. That defense is still tough.
Legit.
I don't know how folks were saying, oh, without Michael, they're done. Like, nah, they were pretty good without him before that. I remember them last year. They were top 5 without a doubt. And like I said, they're just going to blitz like there's no tomorrow. But like I said, they're still competing. As long as Love is there, man, hopefully, like once again, I hope he's healthy. I hope everything goes well. But like I said, as long as he's healthy, I think I still see this team being, without a doubt, the winner.
Marco, you can call anytime. That's the nicest Bears fan I've ever talked to. No offense, Will. That was the most respectful Bears fan call I've ever heard on sports radio's history.
No, none taken. That guy was a beast.
Yeah, look, I've given Caleb Williams his flowers, right? Like, as much as I like to joke around during the week and, I say, he's a bust, he sucks. He's not. The Bears have their guy. Now, there is clear things he needs to improve on. The most important one is completion percentage. He needs to be more comfortable in the pocket. But he stood in there and delivered a rocket to win the game tonight to DJ Moore. That was a beautiful throw. I didn't think he was that good the first 3.5 quarters. I really didn't. I was not impressed. But when it mattered most, back against the wall, Caleb Williams came through for the Bears tonight. Now, I struggle with something Marco said, and I understand this from a Bears fan perspective, but I struggle with it as a Packers fan, which is, do I like that the rivalry is back? I'm 27 years old, so the rivalry hasn't been good my entire life. It's always been Packers. It's been Packers my entire life. It just has been, right? Favre was the quarterback when I was born. And I love looking forward to 2 free wins every year. Now, each of the last 2 years, it's been 1-1. They've split the regular season series each of the last 2 years, but the last year, kind of a fluke. This year, it was legit, despite the total meltdown the Packers had today. I think I like that it's back. If these are the 2 top teams in the division like they are this year, that's fun, man. I hate the Bears. I do. I hate them. If you made me power rank my least favorite teams in professional sports, the Bears are number 1 on the list. It's kind of fun. It has some juice, though. All right. This will be our Bears fan segment. We'll take a break, then we'll get back to Packers fans. Let's go to Joseph in Chicago. Joseph, keep it clean for me. Give me your thoughts on Bears over Packers 22-16 in overtime.
I'll keep it clean. This is Joe from Chicago. I'm here with my friend Pat, and I just want to let you know that that was a hell of a game. We had a good time here. I feel terrible for Jordan Love, getting that injury. But you know what? I'm 33 years old, and like my whole life, just like you, it was always Packers, But this right here, this sparked a rivalry. You hate us, I hate you.
Yeah,
but
right.
You know what? In the end, it was a hell of a game. It
was a fun game.
Like I said, I'm here in Chicago. We're partying. This is our Super Bowl. So
Joe, we got to get away from that though, don't we? We got to get away from it being your Super Bowl.
My whole life we've been losing to you guys.
I know.
So it's time that now I finally get my roses, and like I said, I can finally celebrate. This is a good night for me. I suffered a couple weeks ago, so it's cardiac Bears.
Yeah, I mean 6 come from behind wins in the fourth quarter. All right, Joe, let's just sign off with this. Joe, I hate you.
I hate you too, but you know what? We can shake hands real quick and say, hey,
Sure.
It was a hell of a game, and we'll leave it at that, and we'll see you again in the future.
Joe, we'll see you Wild Card Weekend, I would guess. I think these 2 teams are seeing each other Wild Card Weekend. Oh, boy, I see Scott in Fort Worth on hold. I don't want to go to him right now because I know what he's calling about. I think he's calling about something he's called about before, which is a quarterback controversy in Green Bay. I love Scott. He is an all-time insane caller, long time on ESPN Wisconsin. Scott in Fort Worth is calling about Malik Willis over Jordan Love. I knew this call was coming. I said to you, Will, right? You'll back me up on this. Before the show, I said, I'm not ready for the amount of Malik Willis is better than Jordan Love calls we're going to take on the show tonight. Mm-hmm. I said that before the show. I'm shocked we haven't had one yet. I guarantee that's what Scott in Fort Worth is calling about. I do want to get to Josh in Kenosha, who is a local Bears fan who calls into all of our shows. I do want to get to him on the other side. I have a couple of calls that are scratching my brain in different ways. Jake in Green Bay, Joey in Waukesha, Alex, great first name in San Francisco, Sammy in Oshkosh, Brandon in Maryland. We will get to all of you coming up as we continue. It is Green Bay Game Night, ESPN Wisconsin, 620 WTMJ. Next.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Night will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Tune in to Wisconsin's Midday News with Greg Matzik and Jessica Ty.
From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, Milwaukee County Judge Hannah Dugan is now a convicted felon. A 12-person jury found Dugan guilty of the felony charge of obstruction for her role in helping an undocumented immigrant avoid ICE agents following a hearing in April.
Every weekday from noon until 3 p.m.
The devil trend on TikTok is a viral challenge, and it's potentially very dangerous.
Only on WTMJ.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
Recently, a seller that unfortunately ended up choosing another agent called me. She said she made a mistake, and what she was expressing to me sounded like she kind of was bullied into signing with him. Is it typical? Not always, but it will never happen when you hire a Century 21 Benefit Realty agent. I want our agents to be able to look in the mirror and say, I'd want to work with me, not because they're good at saying what you want to hear or offer the lowest commission, but because of trust. Because if you're not feeling that from your agent, that's a problem. And I don't want that. At 1.9% on the listing side of your sale with our commission capped at $19,000, Century 21 Benefit Realty leads with a very fair and transparent commission structure with maximum marketing that can get your home sold fast and for the best price. And saving money matters, but working with someone who'll tell you exactly what you need to know up front, that creates trust. And that matters too. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
When snowstorms hit and the roads turn slick.
These slick roads are pretty brutal.
When school closings start rolling in and traffic slows to a crawl.
The snowfall closing schools in Kenosha.
We've got the latest updates on forecasts and everything else you need to know during severe winter weather. Find Fleet Farm Storm Team alerts on air and online at WTMJ.com or on the WTMJ mobile app. Stay safe. Stay informed with WTMJ.
Is Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
It's a good therapy session for me because I'm still pretty pissed off, but it is what it is, I guess. Packers lose in overtime. You know what? No. Packers blow it in overtime. 22-16. That's not a loss, man. They blew that game. Homer on assignment tonight. I'm Alex Strofe in for him. Will Summers is running the show for us. Jason Wilde will join us in about a half an hour from Chicago to break down the collapse at Soldier Field. We can come up with a better nickname for that. Collapse at Soldier Field doesn't really roll off the tongue. Collapse in Gary, Indiana. Collapse in Northwest Indiana.
The soldering at Soldier?
Yeah, we can do better than that. We can do better than that, Will. Come on, man. All right. look, I haven't done a post-game show in a while. I used to host ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day. I hosted that for 3-4 years during my time at ESPN Madison, which you're also listening on. But I haven't done a post-game show in a few years. So I forget sometimes the calls. You know, how the call screen fills up. My call screen's been full we've been on the air, just over 2 hours now. My call screen's been full the whole time. So some of you have been waiting for almost 2 hours. And I'm very appreciative for those of you that have held on that long. So I want to get to you now. I don't want to make you wait any longer. Let's go to Josh in Kenosha. Josh, you've been waiting for 2 hours. I know you're a Bears fan. You tweeted me at some point you're turning the game off. I hope you turned it back on because what a weird way for the Bears to win tonight, 22-16. But the floor is yours, Josh in Kenosha. Go ahead.
Good evening, guys. First, Will, bear down. Second, has anyone checked on Kyle Wallace yet? Is he okay?
I have not heard from him.
Do we need to do do we need to do a wellness check? Because I'm a little worried. But I did not turn the game back on until about 6 minutes to go when I think it was like 16-6. I thought for 55 minutes that the Packers were going to win.
Oh, yeah,
they were the better team tonight.
55.
Hands down.
Josh, try 50. What? 58. 58 minutes. You thought the Packers were going to win.
Yeah, even you could even stretch it to 58. I see a lot of Packers fans on the Twitter and such talk about the hit that knocked Jordan Love out being dirty. It wasn't a dirty hit.
I didn't think so.
I'm not saying that I even agree with it being a penalty because Jordan Love does kind of duck and tuck forward to make it helmet to helmet. So it's one of those plays where it's just, what are you going to do? It's already hard enough to play defense.
Yeah, it's a bang play, Josh. I'm with you. It sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a Bears fan. You can agree with this, right? It sucks that Jordan Love got knocked out of that game, but no excuses. Packers should have won.
Yep.
I didn't think it was a dirty hit, but he got clobbered, and that's what makes me worried he might not clear concussion protocol prior to Saturday, which makes me think maybe it will be Malik Willis against the Ravens. And I think the Packers can win with Malik Willis because he has proven to be a really good backup in the National Football League. We've had several callers say tonight, as far as they're concerned, he's the best backup in the league, and I'd have a hard time debating that because he's been that good in those situations for them. So I think they can win against the Ravens. But yeah, that sucks. But I didn't think it was an intentionally dirty hit. It's a bang play. Love lowered his head, and again, it's football. It's a very fast sport. He got hit, unfortunately, really hard in the face mask to the point where his helmet popped off. But I didn't think it was dirty. Go ahead.
It kind of looked like the Aaron Rodgers meme where he's on the ground and his chin strap is up by his nose.
Yeah, that meme still makes the rounds. You're not wrong.
It does. And Malik Willis could be a starter on 10 to 12 teams, as you discussed earlier. And I think it was your first caller who wanted to complain about the refs on the last play of the game missing a holding call. Keyshawn Nixon committed pass interference on the same play. So it's kind of a wash. Keyshawn Nixon also had a dirty hit on DJ Moore earlier in the game that did not draw a penalty. So you want to complain about the officiating, it goes both ways. The Bears had over 100 penalty yards, I think, tonight. So it was clearly one-sided in terms of those numbers. The Bears were very sloppy tonight.
10 for 105, super undisciplined for the Bears for most of the game. 10 penalties for 105 yards, only 4 for 40 for the Packers. Yeah, the Bears. I mean, this is the story of the night, Josh. I mean, we appreciate the call as always, buddy. The story of the night was undisciplined football, and for 50, I think we agreed on 58 minutes of the game. It looked like the Packers were going to win this one, maybe even by 2 possessions. And the undisciplined football came out the last 2 minutes for the Packers, and then into overtime. Right? I mean, you think of Keyshawn Nixon getting burned for both touchdown passes by Caleb Williams. You think of the onside kick for Romeo Doubs where he drops the ball. You think of the bad snap on 4th and 1. Obviously, the 4 penalties for 40 yards, which isn't that bad. That's actually pretty good, all things considered, for a game. But 10 for 105 for the Bears. They have multiple blunders defensively where you're going, what the hell's that guy doing? So, yeah, the undisciplined football came up for both sides. No doubt about that. So, that's that. Let's go to Leo in Denver. Leo, you're on Green Bay Game Night. Go ahead.
Hey, yes, thanks for taking my call.
You're very welcome.
So, a couple things to understand, and this has bugged me about LaFleur, and this has been going on for a couple of years now at least. Tonight, the Packers rushed for nearly 200 yards. Wilson is just churning them up, almost 6-yard average. They actually outrushed the Bears tonight. And it seemed like we were in a rhythm. We get more, especially when Wilson was in there. And Jacobs, I know he was playing hurt. But at some point, you feel LaFleur, you got to realize that you got a guy who's just churning out yards. Jacobs is compromised. You just got to go with him. And the thing that bothered me the most about this was he was running right at him, Wilson. He was running through him. And so we get in these situations where we got short yardage situations, and LaFleur decides, well, let's throw some gadget plays in there. How about we throw some quick screens, or how about we run some end arounds with wide receivers who certainly have no idea what they're doing when they're running the ball on these sweeps. They don't know how to cut inside. They basically are getting to the sideline, getting ready to run out of bounds, I guess, protect themselves. But what are we doing, and what is LaFleur doing? It just frustrates me that this is time and time again, and it gets back to what the caller said earlier. There's these guys out there, offensive coordinators, who are head coaches. He's one. Johnson's another one. They outthink themselves, right? I guess it's that whole adage about being the smartest guy in the room. It's like, why don't we just run the ball at them until they stop us? And with Wilson, they weren't doing that. And I think, certainly there was a couple of points there in the game had they just run straight ahead with him. Even a couple of that RPO later on with Willis. I was like, what are we doing here? Just give the ball to Wilson and run up the middle and pick up the yardage. It's just frustrating, those kinds of things. I'm not sure, and I don't want to bring this up about LaFleur.
Sure.
I think, at the time he shines, but other times I'm like, can he do both jobs? Can he be a head coach, and can he be an offensive coordinator? I think he's one of those guys where I'm not sure. I think the jury's still out on him.
Well, that's the hard part, Leo, and I appreciate your insight, but I'm going to keep you on for just a second because I want to ask a follow-up on that. The jury should never be out on anything if you're in year, 8, 7, 8. On the job. I'd have to do math, and it's 12:41 in the morning, and so that's not going to go well. Whatever it is, 7th or 8th year at the helm, the jury shouldn't still be out, right? I mean, I tend to agree with you, but it's I'm doing math, 7. It's year 7 as a head coach. The jury shouldn't be out. We should have a definitive answer, shouldn't we?
Well, it's out because he's won a lot of games, number one. I think people get enamored with his play calling at times, but the inconsistency, I could go through a litany of examples probably where you're just shaking your head and you say, what is he thinking? And I'll give you another example. And this is maybe a little old school. I'm in my 70s, so this is more old school. You're there in a game. It's cold. It's windy. You're on the road. And somebody mentioned this earlier. Points are going to be at a premium. It's going to be probably a defensive game given all the conditions. It's a rivalry. They're usually knocking each other all over the field, so it's going to be a defensive game. And you don't take the field goal. You need points up front. And I know people will say, that's 20/20 hindsight. No, I was screaming at him through the TV to take the field goal when they got down there.
Yep.
And again, we got these guys, especially the younger guys who just get in the analytics or whatever it is, and they're, they just don't read their gut and say, you know what, tonight's what the analytics says. Tonight, it's one of those nights where maybe points are going to be at a premium. We need to go ahead and get whatever we can get, what we can get. And I think that came back to bite them in the butt early on when you get down there. So frustrating to get down there and not even get 3.
So, the frustrating thing for everybody, Leo, to your point, is the Packers had 5 trips to the red zone. They did not punt the ball once tonight. They had just about 400 yards of total offense. They scored 16 points. That just should never be the case. If the 3 first statistics I read to you, 5 trips to the red zone, 0 punts, almost 400 yards of offense, and I think only 1 turnover. It was just the fumble, it was just the fumble Josh Jacobs had in the third quarter. It's the only turnover. So if those things apply, I think 10 times out of 10, if I ask you, how many points did they score? You're giving me a number higher than 16. And that's where maybe you could make the argument, they fell short. And again, I'm not one to make excuses. The ball game was in their pocket, and somehow they got pickpocketed by Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. Somehow they let it slip, right? Romeo Doubs, whatever excuse you want to bring up, or whatever reason, you want to bring up, I'm not going to make excuses, right? Jordan Love's out of the game, whatever. Should have won the game no matter what. I don't care how injured you are. I don't care anything about the situation. So that shouldn't have been the case. They should have scored more than 16 points. They should have won the game. It's as simple as that to me. Now, the other thing you brought up, Leah, which I know a lot of Packers fans have their frustrations with, it's the jet sweeps, it's the bubble screens, it's the behind the line of scrimmage stuff they do, the creative stuff that Matt LaFleur tries to go to, and he seems obsessed with sometimes, and he did it several times again tonight. It is, I was doing the watch along during the game with Josh DiMaggio, who I co-host Mr. Irrelevant with Monday, Wednesday, Friday on ESPN Wisconsin, and he said, I think he just does it to keep the defense honest. Right? Because eventually one of those is going to work. And we've seen them work very few and far between. But sometimes it just works. And it's because the offense is stacking the box and they're just expecting Emmanuel Wilson, I guess more so tonight than Josh Jacobs, to run right up the gut. So I guess that's why. But he does love it, man. And he is dedicated to it. All right. We've got a bunch of calls to take. I've got one more segment at least to do it. Maybe two more segments to do it. Jason Wilde's going to join us at 1 o'clock. So let's do this. Let's take one more call before we hit a break. Let's go to Jake in Green Bay. Jake, you were on Green Bay game night. Jake, thanks for holding. Go ahead. Jake in Green Bay. Millions are listening, Jake in Green Bay. Millions of people are listening to you. Jake going once. The millions are disappointed. Jake going twice. Jake gone. Okay, let's go to Joey in Waukesha then. We got time for a call. Let's. We got a few minutes. Let's go. Joey, Waukesha. Please, millions are listening, Joey. Don't let me down here.
I got you. How are you?
To be honest with you, Joey, I feel better than I did 2 hours ago. Because, and I hope you do too, because this is therapeutic for me. I try to get through. I'm still mad. I'm still disappointed. I'm still disgusted, but I'm doing a little bit better than I was two hours ago. How are you?
You know, that's the same, man. I had family Christmas today, and
Merry Christmas.
Watching
Very
the
good.
Game, and
yeah,
you as well. And my uncle kicked us out with about 4 minutes left in the game because the venue closed at 10 o'clock. Thank goodness there's a bar right down the corner of the road that I was able to pull up to with my new fiance. And, I'm watching it. And long story short, I'm going to skip this part. But at the end of the day, I don't want to complain and moan about, the Romeo Doubs missed onside kick or however anything that happened out this game, right? Like, I don't want to argue about it anymore. In hindsight, I want to make a point to all the listeners and everyone at ESPN Radio and on the national media to know that Jordan Love is really him. Look at this game. I've listened to you guys for the last hour and a half sitting on hold, right? And all you guys talk about is, should have won this game. We should have won this game. Should have won this game. This game was in our hands. You put Jordan Love in that situation, that game's a 2-score, 3-score game. Guaranteed. There's no question about it. Jordan Love, top 5 in how many categories in the NFL?
Pretty much all of them. Pretty much all of them.
Multiple.
Yep.
Right?
Pretty much all
of them, right? The guy's playing the best football he's ever played in his life, and he happens to go out with a petty concussion call. No one likes to see that, right? Yeah. It's NFL rules these days. This was 1998 football. Brett Favre would have been out there the next drive playing gunslinger football and winning that football game.
It's a different league, though, Joey. It's a different league, but I hear you.
Different league now. I get it. But all I'm trying to say is I am sick of listening to the banter, the trash talk, the is he this, is he that talk about Jordan Love. And I hear it all the time on Kyle Bruss Nortman. I hear it in the morning on Jen Game and Chewy. I hear it all day. I'm sick of it. I hear it on Chris Canty in the morning. I hear it all the time. I'm over it. Jordan Love is him. If he played that old game, it wouldn't be a conversation. We'd be all happy and joyful right now. We wouldn't be taking calls from Bears fans. That's what I really want to emphasize right now. I'm just really upset that we're even talking about we lost the game because of Romeo Doubs didn't catch the onside kick.
Well, Joey, I've said this a few times tonight. Two things can be true, right? Jordan Love plays, they win that game, I agree. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League. But he didn't. And they still had the opportunity to win. They still had the game locked. And they let it slip. Romeo Doubs fumbling an onside kick was crucial to the downfall. So multiple things can be true. I agree with your point ultimately, which is Jordan Love is a terrific NFL quarterback, and you reference the national media. I don't think he gets the respect he deserves at the national level, which is why I beat the drum so hard for Jordan Love Monday through Friday and on Sundays on Green Bay Game Day and Sunday Karma. I'm on the air here 6 days a week. I don't go a day without beating the drum for how good Jordan Love is. The unfortunate part is he took a helmet-to-helmet hit with 8 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the second quarter. According to my notes, at least. It might have been something like that. And he didn't come back. Malik Willis was good enough to win tonight. It's as simple as that. Jordan Love in the first quarter was 5 for 9 for 58 yards. 51 of those yards were to Romeo Doubs. I mean, so, yeah, he was good. He was good. But, I thought Malik Willis was plenty good enough to win the game outside of, obviously, the fumble in overtime, but it should have never even gotten to that. Should have never gotten to that. So I appreciate your insight. I appreciate the frustration and passion, but agree to disagree on that. I'm loving to see Jake in Green Bay, who, Will, let's just be honest here. You've produced this show long enough now. You just assume he fell asleep, right? That's just the guess?
Most likely at this hour when we're at this point in the show, it's people falling asleep.
So we've got comments rolling in. Tough on ESPN Madison's YouTube says, Jake's my neighbor here in Green Bay. I apologize. He is currently passed out on his front porch. I'll go wake him up.
This is also Homer's biggest fear of doing these shows is that he's going to fall asleep on the air.
And then The Truth, different guy says, not to be confused with 101.7 The Truth, our sister station, The Truth's on ESPN Madison says, Jake and I just got kicked out of the bar and he abandoned me. Yeah, that makes sense. So
see, you weren't lying. Millions are listening. Millions are disappointed in Jake.
Millions are disappointed in Jake. It's past Jake's bedtime. It's almost 1 o'clock, which means it's almost Jason Wilde time. But we're going to take a break. When we come back, I'm going to try to hit as many calls as I can before we get to Jason Wilde. And if we don't hit you then, I'll take a couple calls at the end of the show before we give Will his shining moment at the end of the show. Okay, we've got 3 segments in total left. We are going to take calls, Jason Wilde, wrap up the show. That is all still ahead. It is Green Bay Game Morning on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Night will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Experience hot gaming action and a relaxing spa day. Your perfect winter getaway at the island. Book a stay and float package to get both a standard room and a rejuvenating 60-minute float pod therapy session for less than $100. Complement your stay with an elevated dining experience at Horizon Steakhouse, followed by an evening of comedy in Club 41. The Island Resort and Casino's stay and float package runs through February. Call 800-682-6040 to book yours today. Certain days and restrictions apply.
When you're injured, you want quick, specialized care, not a long ER wait. The orthopedic care specialists at Ortho ASAP treat fractures, sprains, strains, sports injuries, and more right away. With on-site x-rays and expert care, Ortho ASAP gets you back on track faster. Open 7 days a week with locations in Brookfield and Pewaukee, it's more affordable than the ER. Walk in, get treated, and get back to life. Ortho ASAP. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Artwork, especially original artwork, can be pricey. But when you take it in on consignment from nice people like you who are just ready to change the look of their home, you can price it right. And you'll find a lot of it at Design Exchange. Beautiful frame pieces by a number of notable artists. And new ones pop in all the time. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. In Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Now these tend to fly off the shelves. But don't worry, because our connection supplies us with a lot of them. Vintage ceiling tiles from once great old buildings in New York City that make for ultra-unique artwork. These items are definitely hard to find from anywhere else around here. So come take a look, and you'll probably find a treasure. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. In Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
A buck in today's world doesn't go far unless you're spending it at Griffin. Because for just $1 over cost, you can buy brand new tires from us. Buy one or a whole set. This is Jim Griffin. Any major brand. We'll put you in new tires for just $1 over our cost with free tire repair and lifetime rotation. That's right, $1 over cost, and we'll even show you the invoice to prove it. So what's the catch? There's really no catch. You don't have to buy a car or a truck from us. We'd like it if you did, but our only requirement is we put them on for you. Buy one, two, or a set of 4. The $1 deal at Griffin. Available at Griffin Chrysler Jeep South, 27th Street, and Griffin Ford Waukesha. The $1 deal at Griffin. Make your dollar go further. Griffin, the buck stops here, but the deals on tires don't. $1 over cost. That's Griffin.
Not combinable with other tire offers.
The president of James Imaging Systems, Tom Tegeter.
As I reflect on the 2025 performance of the James Imaging Systems team, I'm inspired by their power of action, reliable follow-through, and ability to consistently connect with our clients. So thank you for helping our clients grow, profit, and thrive. In addition, I'm humbled by the trust our clients place in the James Imaging Systems expertise to help them succeed, now and in the years to come. As your local business technology partner, I extend my appreciation and gratitude for your ongoing loyalty. Looking forward, I feel that as individuals and as a community, if we display the power of positive action and authentically strive to find common ground, then our local communities will be stronger and our family connections will be secure and enduring. To everyone, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and God bless America.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner.
You're listening to Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
I mean this as a compliment. I mean this as a compliment. You're all maniacs. It's 1 a.m. I know your favorite football team lost. My favorite football team lost. You're maniacs. What was that?
They're dogs.
Oh, but you're calling everybody the dog. You're good, Will. Clever kid. All right, we've got a couple calls to take. Then we got to get the Jason Wilde coming up next. So let's do this. I teased this earlier. I got to be honest. We have so many calls. I just missed his name last segment, so I apologize for making him wait as long as I did. Scott in Fort Worth. One of my all-time favorite callers. He truly is a maniac, and I know he would take zero offense to me calling him that. Scott in Fort Worth, you are on Green Bay Game Night. I'm going to interrupt you, I guarantee it, but for now, the floor is yours.
Okay, great. Thanks for taking my call, Alex. Hey, I'll try to make it quick. No, I'm not going to make a comparison about Malik and Love. I think they're both good quarterbacks. I just personally think Willis is more dynamic. But what really set me off after the game was I didn't like anything that came out of Gary Ellis's mouth. I think he's out of touch with what's going on in the locker room. I think he thinks he knows more than he does, but not disrespecting his tenure in the NFL. But I just think he's completely out of touch with what was coming out of his face tonight. I'm getting tired of the Packers losing in new and inventive ways almost every season. Whether it be the botch.
They're great at it. They're really good at it. Scott, they are really good at it.
Yeah, they're very good at it. They're very good. I can't think of another team in all my 53 years on planet Earth that loses more in ridiculous ways than the Green Bay Packers do. What is it? I don't understand. You kind of hit on it. I don't understand how the hell we lose the game with no punts, with the Bears being 18% on third down conversions. I'm getting sick of Lucas Van Bust. He's terrible. He's nowhere to be found for a first-round draft pick. And this team is the same thing it was when LaFleur got here. It's a team that gets into the playoffs and then finds a way to lose in the first or second round. It's no different than it was when LaFleur got here, and than it is now. And it's going to be the same thing this year. We may get in as a lower seed and then lose in the first round. And I will change my opinion on the Green Bay Packers when they do something that the 97 Packers did. When they went into a playoff game against San Francisco, in San Francisco, and they went in there and absolutely bullied the hell out of the 49ers in that game, that's when I knew that team had kind of arrived and turned the corner. This team has done absolutely nothing in Matt LaFleur's tenure to turn the corner. They haven't. They just lose the same way that they lose kind of every season in the playoffs, if they do make the playoffs. So I'm so pissed right now. I got to keep my voice down because my family's this week. I'm so mad I can't go to bed because I was looking at my wife and I said, it is 16-6 with 3 minutes to go in the game. If they find a way to piss away 10 points when the Bears have only scored 3 the whole game, I'm going to lose it. And sure enough, we pull another Green Bay Packer risk. And Bisaccia better not have a job tomorrow. I will not watch this team anymore. Big loss. I know everybody's going to be heartbroken. I refuse to watch this team as long as Bisaccia is still getting paid by the Green Bay Packers. It is a joke. And if LaFleur wants to hang on to his job, and I don't blame him for this loss, except I don't like that some of the red zone calling tonight. But if he doesn't have the hair on his ass to fire Bisaccia tonight, now, then he can go down with the ship at the end of the season. Because I guarantee you, Ed Policy's probably going to be asking him about it. So that's all I got. I'm pissed off. It's ruined Christmas. The Badgers are
going to ruin Christmas.
The Packers are terrible.
Scott. It's not going to ruin Christmas. Come on, man. You got a family. Scott, you've got a family, man. It's not going to ruin Christmas. Santa's real. It's not going to ruin Christmas. Come on, Scott. Oh, he had me. He had me until it's going to ruin Christmas. Where's your Christmas spirit, Scott? Come on, man. Jeez Louise. I get being mad. I get being upset. I get being angry. I get it all because I'm with you. But it's going to ruin Christmas. Scott, you got a family, man. Act like it. Act like it. Jason Wilde, next.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Night will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
When snowstorms hit and the roads turn slick.
These slick roads are pretty brutal.
When school closings start rolling in and traffic slows to a crawl.
The snowfall closing schools in Kenosha.
We've got the latest updates on forecasts and everything else you need to know during severe winter weather. Find Fleet Farm Storm Team alerts on air and online at WTMJ.com or on the WTMJ mobile app. Stay safe. Stay informed with WTMJ.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by Fifth Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
If affordable home decor is what you've been looking for, look no further, because we're happy to show you just how easily glass can turn up the wow value of your home. Take those old kitchen cabinet doors. You pull the cabinet doors off their hinges, mill out the center, and we'll replace it with glass. It could have a design, or we could use plain glass for a simple metro look. We can design any look you're going for, from traditional to prairie, beveled glass, even custom designs. And it doesn't stop there. Entry glass, transoms, bath mirrors, rec room mirrors? How about a rec room mirror with your personalized sports design sandblasted right on? That could be a pretty cool look. All it takes is a little outside-of-the-box thinking, and we'll help you get there. This is Stacy Sinks with Less's Glass Service. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Less's Glass. Less's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lessglassservice.com.
Milwaukee Weight Loss is extending their huge holiday sale with $300 off now through December 26th with the lowest prices of the year on the result-getting Milwaukee Weight Loss program. We know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day with no exercising, no prepackaged meals, no counting points or calories, no drugs, no surgery, and no injections with the risk of serious side effects. You can start losing those unwanted pounds either before, during, or after the holidays. No more losing weight and gaining it back. You can keep the weight off for good with this program. Visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com now to schedule your free consultation.
Hey, WTMJ, Steve Scafidi here. I took advantage of the Milwaukee Weight Loss program, lost 45 pounds this year. You can take advantage of the lowest prices of the year with $300 off. But hurry, sale ends on December 26th. Many patients lose 20 to 30 pounds in about a month or two. Call for your free consultation, 262-449-1180. That's 262-449-1180 or MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Hi, WTMJ's Sandy Max here. What makes living at Three Pillars so special? Well, let's hear from my friends, Bill and Patty, a couple living quite happily on their campus.
It's a large campus. There's bicycle trails. There's ponds that they can go fishing in.
It's a big family-oriented organization. We go down and have meals together. We sit and chat. The meals are excellent. Three Pillars, it's just a fantastic place to live.
Schedule a tour today at threepillars.org.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
I'm still not over Scott in Fort Worth saying the loss today is going to ruin Christmas. Come on, dude. You have a family. Alex drove in for the Emmy Award winner Homer tonight. It is officially Green Bay game morning as we go past the 1 o'clock hour now. But this is a part I've been looking forward to because, well, he's my guy. It's Jason Wilde joining us now on Green Bay Game Night Live from Chicago after the Packers fall to the Bears in epic meltdown fashion, 22-16 in overtime. Jason, good morning.
Hello, Strofe. How are you?
Not good.
I was afraid that might be the case.
No, you knew that. You knew me better than that, Jason.
Yeah, well, I thought maybe you would say, it certainly was a horrible loss that you gave away and all those kinds of things.
I've said all that.
Hey,
yeah.
all is not lost, and they're still, you win the last
that's
two.
That's what Tausch was trying to do.
That's
Tausch was trying to do that with me, and I love Tausch, and he's very rational. He's a very rational fellow, that Tausch, most of the time. I don't know about 9 to noon weekdays, but on Green Bay game night he is. And he was saying, they probably won't win the division, but you sign me up for 7 seed at 2 seed in Chicago. He said, sign me up for that every day of the week, which I tend to agree with. But he has the utmost confidence in Malik Willis if he starts against Baltimore next week. So let's actually start there. Jordan Love.
Okay.
Head-to-head hit, 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. He's ruled out with a concussion. It's a nasty hit. I mean, he took a shot, and he misses the remainder of that game. What's the post-game status on QB1?
Yeah, he's in the concussion protocol, right? And they play again on Saturday. It would have been nice if maybe they had one extra day, right, to increase his chances. He doesn't have a very long concussion history, I don't think. So, your hope is that he's able to recover like, Devontae Adams, I know, had a concussion a few years ago, and he was, after that hit by Danny Trevathan, if you remember that one.
Yeah, I do.
And he was able to play the following week, if I remember correctly. So, obviously his health is the most important thing. But yeah, it wasn't good. And Malik Willis, the weird thing about tonight was that there were so many people and just basically them as a team that were really good until they weren't, right? Like Romeo Doubs was really good until he wasn't.
Bingo.
Right? Malik Willis was really good until he wasn't, and he fumbled the snap on the 4th down play in overtime. That's just, it's incredible to me. Now, obviously, they were never good in the red zone tonight, right? They were 0 for 5. They failed with Jordan Love. They failed without Jordan Love. I mean, they failed every way they could. And that was the reason for the result that they ended up with, right? So, look, there were so many epic failures in this game. I'd like to know, because Nate Hobbs prevented us from talking to Keyshawn Nixon, who appeared to be ready to talk. I would like to have known, on that 0 blitz play on the 4th down for the touchdown that ties the game, I'd like to know who was at fault there. All I got was it was a miscommunication, so it's either Hobbs' fault or Nixon's fault, but whoever's fault it was, it ties the game. And then obviously Keyshawn gets beat for the touchdown that looked, eerily similar to the touchdown that Russell Wilson throws in that 2014 NFC Championship game against Tramon Williams. So, you have those failures, you have the red zone failures, you have the fumble in overtime, you have the miscue on they recover the onside kick and they win 16-9 and they're in first place in the NFC North. So that's a kick in the gut, no doubt about it. And I'm eager to see, the lead to my game story, which I'm going to finish up here at the hotel instead of in the press box, is basically, look, Matt LaFleur talks about adversity all the time. I mentioned that actually before the game on Green Bay game day. He mentioned it again tonight, talked about resiliency. The fact of the matter is that when you lose a game this way and you make the mistakes you do, you got what you deserved. Like, you didn't deserve to win the game when you screw up that frequently with the game on the line. But now how do they respond? What do they do? How do they come out against Baltimore, who, depending on what happens tomorrow in that Steelers-Lions game, if the Lions win and beat Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers, the Ravens have a hell of a lot to play for, right? Trying to win their division still.
Yeah, and the Vikings would love to play spoiler in Week 18, so these aren't gimmies.
Sure. So they're not, but they – and I don't want to say that they should be when your quarterback's in the concussion protocol.
Right.
But again, and I've used this phrase a bunch all season, and I'll use it again, if you are the team that you think you are, you have to find a way. You have to find a way to win against a Baltimore team that is nothing close to the team that's been a AFC Championship game birth team for so long, and against the Vikings team that their troubles with getting a flight to Newark after having to turn their plane around are the least of their problems based on the way they've played for much of the season. But they've shown that they can figure it out for one game, right? They just did it. So this feels to me, I can understand why you're so downtrodden, because it didn't feel like the Bears won tonight.
No.
It felt like the
Packers lost.
The Packers lost. Yeah.
Well,
and that's not going to stop David Kaplan from taking a victory lap, but
oh no,
that's how it felt.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. So, I think, and Jason will the Alex Strofe with you here on Green Bay Game Morning now at 1:11 a.m. And Jason, I'll be talking to you in 9 hours on Sunday Karma. So I only have a few things left for you before we let you get back to work and try to get a little bit of Z's before we talk to you on Sunday Karma in the morning. But if I just ran down the following statistics, I want you to tell me how many points you think this should equal. 39 minutes time of possession, 384 yards, 5 trips to the red zone, 0 punts. How many points do you think that equals?
Yeah, well, you can't come away from 5 trips to the red zone with 9 total points. Otherwise, this is exactly why, and it's a great question. That the job you did there to put it in perspective of their inability to make the. We talk all the time about how it's a handful of plays in the NFL.
Yeah.
And they dominate. They owned the Bears for most of the, when it's 16-6 and they can't, the Bears, it's just, I am still, and I obviously am not, I don't view it through the fan prism, but I am still stunned that they found a way to lose.
I am too.
It's just incredible.
Yeah.
Given where they were at, that they wound up finding a way to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. It's just incredible to me, and that's why the adversity thing is so important, because that's the kind of stuff that's hard to bounce back from. Like, you get beat and you say, hey, they were the better team today, right? We didn't have our A game, but they were really good, and that's why we lost. You can bounce back from those.
Mm-hmm.
Those you can bounce back from. Losing like this, you find out what your character is. And again, they also, let's not forget, they lost Jordan Love, but they're playing without Micah Parsons. They're the reason why
Nate Hobbs is on the field is because they don't have Evan Williams, and they moved Javon Bullard from nickelback to safety.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think, and I'd like to ask Jeff Hafley this, to second-guess him when we talk to him during the week. Like, I don't get to talk to him after the game, but I want to know how much Nate Hobbs factored into the meltdown at the end, right? Because if he is not at fault, then I take this back. But I said to you before the game, I'd start Zane Anderson and leave Javon Bullard in the slot where he's been damn good this year.
Yep.
And that's not what they did. So again, this is not a debilitating loss, but it is a bad loss, and it is a very hurtful loss. As Matt LaFleur said when Bill Huber asked him how much it hurts. It hurts a lot. Kind of feels like you're rubbing salt in the wound, Bill. But that's not what we're doing. We're just speaking the truth. And the truth is, this was not a game the Green Bay Packers should have lost tonight.
I want to rapid fire 2 names at you, and then we'll get you out of here. This is going to be our post-game injury report brought to you by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com today for more information. Josh Jacobs. He's just
I did not. I saw him talking with someone after the game, but I don't think he talked to reporters. I was in for LaFleur. Then I ducked into the locker room, and then I went to Malik Willis. But he was on the field for the onside kick, but he never carried the ball again after the fumble.
Right. I noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize he was on the onside kick. Interesting.
Yeah. So that I found odd. But so I don't know. I don't know what his situation was, because that was curious.
He was clearly in pain. It was very obvious he was in pain.
No doubt.
Which, I mean, you told us on the pregame show, which I brought it up 100 times after you left us for the final hour. I didn't realize he was on crutches on Monday. Which is nuts to me. That
we didn't see him Monday, so that would be. But again, he was he had this little contraption on his knee, which I gave some free advertising to, but now I can't remember what it's called. In my story, but he's a war horse, and I respect the hell out of him for it. But he was effective at times, right? But I thought, if we're being honest, I thought Emmanuel Wilson was more effective than him.
He was. I don't even know that it needs to be a thought, Jason. It's a fact. He was more effective than him, and that's okay. I mean, Emmanuel Wilson has turned into a really nice piece for this team. The other thing for you. I guess this is just a yes or no question. I think the answer is yes. John Fitzpatrick, his season's over?
Yeah, he ruptured his Achilles.
He did rupture it. Okay, I didn't see official word on that, but I figured it certainly would have.
Yeah, he was.
So what do they do at tight end? Just more Luke Musgrave?
Yeah, I asked Matt LaFleur that. The old adage in the NFL, which I learned from Mike Sherman and Mike McCarthy, is you never want to be one injury away from being out of a personnel grouping. They only had 2 tight ends active tonight.
And they only had 2 quarterbacks active tonight.
Fitzpatrick, right. And there were a couple times when Malik Willis is running when you're like, okay, what happens if something bad happens here?
Yeah.
But with Fitzpatrick out, I mean, their only other tight end was really Darian Kennard, the extra right tackle.
Right. Yeah. That's what I noticed. They used a little bit, it seemed, of that 6 offensive lineman package that we call the U71, the old Kevin Barry package, the pride of Racine.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
So I actually I forgot who I told this to, but I told somebody very early on in the show I would ask you this, so this will be my last question. Had Malik Willis not been able to go back into the game, who's playing quarterback?
I honestly, I don't know the answer to that.
Okay. Google tells us Josh Jacobs, but I don't think Josh Jacobs would have been playing quarterback.
Well, he was in no position to do it either. If I were to guess, I would say Jayden Reed.
Okay, that would have been my guess too. Yep. We're on the same page. All right, buddy. I'll talk to you in 9 hours. Get some sleep.
I look forward to it, buddy. You're the best. Take care. Be good.
Likewise. He's the best. That's Jason Wilde. Yeah, you can catch him at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow with me and Kyle Wallace on Sunday Karma. We'll be right back doing this thing. In what is that? 7.5 hours? Is that math right? No, it's not. It's 8.5 hours. I told you, Will. Late night math is not a good thing for me.
Math in general.
Math in general, not good, especially when it's 1:18 a.m.
No.
Especially not good. Final thoughts on the Packers' loss, 22-16 in overtime to the Chicago Bears. Coming up next as we wrap up Green Bay Game Night / Green Bay Game Morning on ESPN Wisconsin and 620 WTMJ.
Stay right here. Green Bay Game Night will be right back on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Put a little wow in your winter at the 31st Annual Lake Geneva Winterfest and America's Snow Sculpting Invitational, January 28th through February 1st. Watch 15 top teams create breathtaking masterpieces in snow right before your very eyes. Enjoy bonfires on the beach, a kids' play area, live entertainment, and a sparkling downtown ice sculpture walk. Plan your Winterfest getaway at visitlakegeneva.com. Lake Geneva, where it's always been the place for winter magic.
Homer here for Window Nation's end of the year sale. It's cold here in Milwaukee, and if you've been thinking about new windows, it's good you waited, because during Window Nation's end of the year sale, get 50% off, plus you could get 0% interest for 5 years. On windows that stop the cold wintry drafts, seal out moisture, and so energy efficient, you'll save money on your utility bills. Installed in 1 day. Lifetime warranty and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Sale ends soon. Don't miss out on big savings. WindowNation.com to get started.
It takes a team to meet just about any goal, and that's as true on the football field as it is in the office. So it's good to know that you have the Gordon Flesch Company on your side. For more than 60 years, GFC has provided cutting-edge office technology for companies of all sizes, and as the nation's largest Canon dealer, GFC delivers the latest office technology, serviced, and is supported by the most experienced professionals in the industry. That's business technology managed. Visit gflesh.com to learn more.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Kristen Bry, and if you're in the market for a new dentist, you should check out my dentist, Dr. James Michaels at Economowoc Dental Care. Dr. Michaels is committed to providing you with the highest level of care possible. I can assure you that he will prioritize your needs, no matter how sensitive, just like he did with mine. And also, he will be honest with you about what work you need now and what can wait. So whether you need a simple cleaning and exam, a teeth whitening, a more complex dental procedure, Economowoc Dental Care is always there to make you feel as comfortable as possible and give you and your family an amazing smile. And dental care doesn't have to break the bank. Dr. Michael's fantastic staff can set you up with a no-interest payment plan. Listen, we all have to go to the dentist, so don't put it off any longer. Call and make an appointment today with my dentist, Dr. James Michaels at Economowoc Dental Care. You can find him at drmichaelsdentalcare.com or give him a call at 262-567-7224.
Well, 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 look at you.
You look handsome in that suit.
Sorry, no time for pleasantries. I have a very important meeting.
What's with all the forms and charts?
I'm meeting with the SEC.
The Securities and Exchange Commission?
Why?
To register Penny Mustard's Spencer bedroom as a security.
I'm sorry, what?
Think about it. How do we build the Spencer bedroom?
With solid wood construction.
Forever type bed brackets.
And drawer bottoms strong enough to stand on.
And how long will it last?
For generations.
And furniture that lasts for generations is worth
more money in the future.
So you're saying the Spencer bedroom is a hedge against inflation?
I gotta say, you've had a lot of weird ideas.
Yeah?
But this one might just work.
The Spencer bedroom, American-made with queen bed, dresser, mirror, and nightstand. Starting at $62.22 at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Better versions of what people want.
Penny Mustard Furnishing.
You're listening to Green Bay Game Night on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Wrapping up Green Bay game morning / Green Bay game night here on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ. You're a maniac if you're still with us, but we surely do appreciate you trying to parse through this ridiculous loss for the Green Bay Packers as they blow it in Chicago. 22-16, the final score in overtime. Caleb Williams, credit where credit's due. What's the nickname, Will? Will, this is always kind of your time to shine, the final segment of the show. I think it's worth noting for those that are still with us, you are a Bears fan, but you're one of the nice ones, like some of the calls we took earlier.
I'm not going to talk at all about the Bears.
You're not completely insufferable.
No.
Today, well, I guess yesterday now, was your birthday as well. So that was a birthday victory for the Bears.
That was incredible, yeah.
Yeah, what'd you call it?
Top 5 day of my life, probably.
I think you said top
3, maybe.
Yeah, I think you said top 3.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other days, but...
Caleb wasn't very good until the final, 3 minutes of the fourth quarter?
No, that's been his problem all year is the accuracy, more specifically outside the hashes. Like at times, there's a couple big third downs where he had to make a throw outside the hash marks and couldn't do it. He overshoots it every time, and that's really been the problem for him. But like the one thing you can rely on, which I think is rare in him that you can't rely on in a bunch of young quarterbacks, is that he's going to show up when you need him down the stretch. And that's kind of what has carried the Bears all season, has been him staying calm, cool, and collected. And Justin Fields, when he was a Bear, that was like the one thing you could always count on him doing, was throwing an interception when you needed a game-winning drive out of him.
What a birthday gift. Somebody on the ESPN Madison YouTube chat is rooting for your firing. Fire Will, no Bears fans.
That's a little intense.
I don't think you need to be fired. You're pretty good at your job. You're pretty good at your job.
I will say some good things about the Packers then.
Oh, boy.
I'm being serious, too.
Okay, we'll see how sincere this is. Go ahead.
Like, I know you said you don't want to talk about the future, but how good do you think that this team is going to be the next 3 to 5 years?
Well, health is the biggest thing, right? I'm with you. I think they will be very good, and Jordan Love is clearly the part, and there are some really good things about this team. But you're decimated by injury. I mean,
yeah, this has been a season from hell.
Correct. And that's what Josh DiMaggio has dubbed it, right? It's the season from hell in terms of your health. You can't stay healthy. If they are, and I know no team in the NFL is ever healthy, especially the Packers are now entering week 17 of the NFL season, right? So no team's ever perfectly healthy at this time of the year. But let's just say Tucker Kraft and Micah Parsons, just those two, right? Let's say Devontae Wyatt and Elton Jenkins, who are crucial parts in the middle of each side of the line, are still out with season-ending leg injuries. If Micah Parsons and Tucker Kraft are healthy, I think the Packers probably have the second best Super Bowl in the NFL.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, they were up to number 3 or number 2 or number 3 a couple weeks ago, and that was after Tucker Kraft had already been out for the year. They have Super Bowl potential. I am a Matt LaFleur believer still. I thought he was really good tonight.
Like even outside the injuries, think of all the other things. Like the one defender hides behind Romeo Doubs against the Browns, or when they were playing the Browns, and gets that interception to seal the game winner.
Right.
Like, what are the odds of that happening? The stupid fumble at the end of the half against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
The Panthers just randomly mulling them over. Like, it's everything that could go wrong has gone wrong for the most part. And like even tonight, like Christian Watson and Jaden Reed getting injured on the exact same play.
Yeah, and
like
luckily they were fine. It was just
but still,
look, I don't think you can win the Super Bowl this year, but I think they could still make some noise even with the way they're currently constructed. Now we'll see how Josh Jacobs is, but Emmanuel Wilson's been good in relief for him as the backup running back. All right, we'll take one more call. Sammy and Oshkosh, you've been on hold for almost 2 hours. We appreciate you waiting. We apologize it took this long, but you've hung on, unlike some of the other people on the Cardinals Talking text line. You get the final word tonight, Sammy. What do you got for us?
Hey, how's it going? I after watching the game, I'm just pissed off.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Everyone's talking about the injuries, and you have Love out, Jacobs, Parsons, etc. But no one's talking about, you can't just on the loss, because the Bears also were without their 2 best receivers, and I just felt like when the adversity hit in the fourth quarter, it was like they just fell apart. And what I think LaFleur needs to get this team on the right track is when you get in those tough situations, is you got to push through and play your best ball. Because the Bears did not play their best ball the first 3 quarters of the game. And quite frankly, most of the fourth quarter. So once that final 4 or 5 minutes hit, they took over, and you can't even blame it on injuries. It's just straight, I don't even know what the word is, like the dog in them, and they just didn't have the heart. And I don't know, but I just wanted to say one more thing, and I think this is the entrance to the Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams era, and I just wanted to personally welcome you to that. So, Green Bay sucks. Go Bears.
Wow. You got trolled at the end of the show, Will.
I mean, credit to him. I mean, who really won, though? He waited 2 hours to do that.
So, yeah, I mean, he kept it clear. I don't know. He must not have much to do at 1:30 in the morning. But you write me notes for what the people are going to bring so I can, mentally prepare for whatever you're going to say. You wrote, not a troll for this one.
That's the thing. Like you can tell who the trolls are because they're like whatever from Milwaukee, blah blah from Green Bay. But to call out Oshkosh,
bravo.
This guy's a true Wisconsin.
That's good. That's good. All right, I'm back with you in 8.5 hours on Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Madison, ESPN Milwaukee. So we'll talk to you in 8.5 hours as we continue to try to reel through this one. Packers lose in Chicago, final of 22-16 in overtime. That will do it for us tonight. Appreciate y'all hanging with us for the last 3 or so hours. Thanks to Mark Tauscher, to Gary Ellerson, to Jason Wilde for joining us on Green Bay Game Night. Thanks to Evan Witalison, Owen Dimple, and, of course, Will Summers for running the show for us tonight. We will do it again next Saturday after the Packers play the Ravens back at home in Lambeau Field. The final home game, potentially of the season, but certainly of the regular season for Green Bay coming up next Saturday night at Lambeau Field. This has been Green Bay Game Night / Green Bay Game Morning on ESPN Wisconsin at 620 WTMJ.
Be our eyes on the road. See something out there that I should know about?
Hi, Debbie. I just thought I'd let you know